We're live.
Hey y'all! Hey everybody, welcome to episode 17?
17.
Wow,
17
of Bards of New York. I wrote it down on my notes and I still forgot
17.
1781?
Well, it's like we do
Yep,
theater.
that is the best.
Hi everybody, welcome to Bards of New York. Those of you on Twitch, thanks for coming to hang out with us. Glad you're here. Let's get started. So, as always, we're going to get started with a few announcements. Number one is, I don't know, it's pending at the moment, but we have a new emote made by our friend of the show and moderator, Vindictive Jukebox. It's a sugar honey iced tea emote. And it looks really good. So I think it's pending at the moment, but it may go live during the stream. Just check it out. It's really cool and really pretty. We'll throw it up there when it's there. That is that announcement. The second announcement is, I think the exciting one. Well, not that isn't exciting, but we have a giveaway starting tonight. We have an Instagram giveaway starting tonight. It is with the dice maker Color Spray Creations. She's a dice maker out of Dallas, Texas.
Used to live in Brooklyn.
Yeah, lived in Brooklyn for like 7 or 8 years, and I just kind of found her online. I love her dice. What is really great about her is her sales will exclusively feature Pride. It's a Pride themed dice set. They're really cool. It's a 9-piece set, and they are finished raw sets, so they don't have any paint on them. But they are really pretty, really cool, and stand out. There's going to be an Instagram post for them, and the coolest thing is that supporting her, go and support her, go follow her. All of the proceeds that she is making for the next in this month are going, or not all, the 50% of all sales of the month of June will be, she will donate to Equality Texas. So I'm gonna buy myself a new pair of Pride themed dice, and I highly recommend everybody else do as well. So go and support the LGBTQ community, and also get yourself a badass new looking dice set. And check out our socials, because we'll have more information on there on how to enter and how to win. We will be drawing a winner next week during our session, and that is what we'll be doing. Just not in the session, but it'll be happening when we go live, is when we get our winner.
And the Instagram giveaway post will be posted after the show tonight.
Yes. So keep an eye out for that. Let me just double check my notes to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Super stoked. I'm actually, if you guys haven't seen, go check out Color. If any of you guys haven't, or even in chat, go check it out. They are some of the coolest dice I've seen in a long time.
Really, really dope. It's kind of outrageous.
Yes, I think that's all the announcements at the moment. Nothing new other than that. Am I correct? Just gonna double check with the team. Everybody.
I mean, we're in the same place, but that's
all right.
Cool.
Yeah, Dan's visiting New York. He's coming here for a birthday, and also to say hi to some friends because he was in the area.
And we're making steps so that one day soon we'll all be in the same room.
That is a big goal that we have.
Extra wide.
A little half announcement. We are there's gonna be some more announcements. Our time frame of like when we wanted to make this was thrown off. Hopefully by next week we can have some announcements out about some cool fundraising stuff that we want to do for the stream, and some new scheduling for our stream as well. Other than that, that is actually everything. So let me get to my notes.
Do we want to do angel card and questions?
My brain today. Yes, let's start with the angel card today. Let's have Kyle choose. Tell me when, Kyle.
I don't.
This is going really well.
I was on that one. gratitude. Gratitude is ours of the day. So just be grateful that you aren't dead. Your characters aren't dead. I didn't TPK you.
I'm grateful London Carlisle saved my character's life.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And again, shout out to London Carlisle for joining the stream last week. It was
King of Kings.
Such a pleasure to have him and such a wonderful energy. We will hopefully continue to collaborate and just hang out with that new friend that we have. Love him.
Burp.
So gratitude's our word of the day, and then our questions that we have are little like getting to know you improv questions. Number 1 is what is your like getting ready for bed routine? So let's start with Leonidas. What's his routine to get ready for bed?
Well, Leonidas will scrub his fur, but not with any sort of liquid. It's more of a
dry scrub.
A dry scrub, like getting the just stuff out of his fur, and then he'll kind of just flop into bed. He's not one to, there's not really a large routine beyond making sure that his fur is not full of, because things get in there,
Birds' nests.
Birds' nests, bees' nests.
I gotcha.
Birds
so
and
is
the
he
bees.
All right, Lilith?
I think Lilith, the first thing she does is take off her socks and like very meticulously rolls them up so that they're nice and like organized. I think she's a very organized person. So she just like lays everything out so that if she needs to roll it all back in real fast into her bag, she can. And she is a side sleeper.
Oh,
that's important to know.
Sorry, Leonidas is a
Tummy sleeper?
a butt sleeper.
A back sleeper?
No, butt sleeper.
No, a butt sleeper.
I would like a definition, please.
It's someone that sleeps.
Can you use that in a sentence?
Really trying to get their butt in the right
Leonidas
place the whole time.
is a butt sleeper.
All right.
Butt sleeper?
When we have a year from now, when we have the Bards of New York wiki, campaign 1, Leonidas' first sentence is gonna be he's a butt sleeper.
He's a butt sleeper.
Yeah. Okay.
Honestly, we need to add it to the info thing when Leonidas' stats pop up.
Yeah. Can you please put that in your description of your
barbarian,
character? Can you be on
butt sleeper?
Or fart fighter.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
All right. Kallias.
Kallias' bedtime rituals, they mainly include 2 things. First of all, and the most recent addition to the bedtime ritual, is taking hood off, cloak off, whatnot, and checking in with the guests. Making sure they're okay, making sure we are okay. I think we've seen that once with the undead cheetah encounter. And then have to offer up a prayer, and that word means a lot of different things to Kallias, but that is what Kallias knows it as, the affirmation, the sending of thoughts. And Kallias is a curled up into a ball, like fetal sleeper only.
Little egg.
He's not a butt sleeper.
Nope.
All right, Ember.
I believe Ember is a person who, if they are like taking off all of their clothes and like actually going to bed rather than just kind of like roughing it, he'll take all of his clothes, put it in a nice neat pile, make sure he brushes off any dirt that's easy to get off. He uses a special comb that tabaxi use to clean their fur, because unlike actual cats, they don't actually like ingest all of the shit that gets in their fur. And then he goes to bed. He is also a side sleeper.
I think I'm gonna be alone.
So no hairballs? No hairballs for Ember? Oh, evolved past it, I guess.
They are cat-like humanoids.
They have cat-like traits.
Yeah, but they're not just big cats that walk around.
Would a really nasty tabaxi do some hairballage?
Oh yes, I definitely. The combing is the like civilized version of it.
Yeah, somebody who's a little bit of a like a schleb, like it's fine.
Yes.
The backwoods
Yes.
tabaxi. All right, and then finally Ryujin.
Ryujin, I feel like he's kind of guy who, like, chills, reads a book, and then like falls asleep while reading the book. And Ryujin is a stomach sleeper, straight on the face, like in the pillow.
Okay. All right. And then the next question is, if you were on a deserted island, what 3 items would you bring with you? I'm going to do a different order. Let's start with Will.
Kallias is going to bring their bow, certainly. Does that come with arrows in this situation?
That'd be a second item.
Bow, quiver, and quiver full of arrows, and nowadays the circlet, the intertwined circlet that is used as the arcane focus.
Gotcha. All right. Ryujin.
Similarly, longbow, quiver, wolf.
All right. Let's go with Ember.
Ember would bring a never-ending bottle of scotch.
Wow. That's
this
canon.
This is also just Kyle.
Genie with unlimited wishes.
And I think he wouldn't last very long because nothing could hold his attention for very long. So I think in general Ember would be pretty fucked on the island.
So scotch until Ember got bored.
And,
Okay.
and like just started screaming and going crazy.
All right. And then Lilith.
Lilith would bring her bow, like her violin bow, her violin, and the coat that she's wearing. Does the coat or just clothes? Do they not count?
I feel like you can be clothed.
Okay.
I feel like that's an assumption.
Oh, okay.
But it's not a necessity.
Bow, bow, bow.
Well, and then she'd bring her favorite dagger.
Oh, nice. And then finally Leonidas.
Leonidas would bring his sword. He'd bring his little notebook that and then he would bring probably like to go along with what we just said, his comb.
Yeah. So he has clean fur.
His dry brush comb.
His dry brush comb, yeah.
His dry brush comb.
It's like a pumice stone almost.
He-
All right,
yeah.
cool. All right, there you have it. Okay, everybody. So now we've answered our questions and we have our word of the day. Without further ado, let's jump back into the world of Cordia. Episode 17. Dun 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 dun. Oh, copyright issues. So,
Copyright issues.
as the camera pans down,
We will get sued.
last where we left our crew, they were beginning to set sail, and their plans to commandeer the ship that they had just secured passage on, the ship known as the Sweet Marie. After executing the commandeering of said ship and executing the rough and tumble ex-pirate captain of the ship, you got most of the crew to surrender. After the surrender, you were confronted by a new ally, a Lokatha known by the name of Troudhall. Troudhall came with you and asking for help. Troudhall, you learned, was a protector and keeper of this underwater temple that was to the Great Leviathan, a deity of the deep. He asked you to come help cleanse the temple that has some sort of parasitic infestation within it. You, being already kind of on that way, decide to go and help. After a day of sailing and a couple deals made with certain magical individuals of the leftover crew of these pirates, or some were pirates, some were somewhere in between, you guys were able to descend into the deep towards that temple. Upon reaching it, you began to battle these black worm-like parasites who came together to form these creatures of might and magic. Once, after a couple close calls and a very clutch bit of lay on hands from Trout Hall, you all defeated these parasites and cleansed the temple. And then after that, you saw a massive underwater creature known as one of the aspects of the Leviathan swim around the temple and enter and go to lay her eggs. And you all stopped in reverence as you see this magnificent creature swim by. And that is where we pick up. So Trout Hall is there, bowed deep. You guys, there's a moment of stillness in this water. Then there's a current picks up. You see Trout Hall, his little whiskers that he has, the kind of the I forget what they're called on catfish, but those little whiskery things.
Barbs.
Oh, barbs.
Bards.
Bobs. Thank you.
Bobs.
Bobs.
Kind of twitch a little bit, and he
Bob.
kind of shoots straight up. He looks to you and says, I owe you a great debt. You have cleansed my temple, and I will come and help you in your time of need. But now, she calls. And he goes and swims down into the kind of crater that the large aspect of the Leviathan swam down to, leaving the group of you alone at the kind of, now as you understand it, the foyer of this temple. What do you do?
Sorry. I want to be him when I come.
I had forgotten. Oh, wow. Outstanding.
Oh,
That's
Jesus.
it. Just needed the bit. I think I want to be him when I grow up. I'm going to just walk to the edge. Is it approachable? The edge of the
yeah, there's
temple?
there's kind of the drop off. There's a slight precipice. And as you swim up to it, roll me a perception check. I'll let you know what you see.
That's a 12.
Well, okay, with a 12, you look down and you see it's the water gets darker as it descends, but you see these almost iridescent or bioluminescent flashes of light as you see fish start to come out of the coral and swim around. And deep, you see just the slightest movement of some large creature coiling.
I'm just going to take out the pouch of the ashes, the remains of Dinokrates, and just hold it over the pit. Get down on both knees, as much as one can in the water. You and yours are much worthier than I. Take that which was decreed to us, as it belongs to you instead. I'm going to drop the bag down into the pit.
Like that. You see it just slowly, the currents kind of, it hangs in the water for a second, and the currents start to kind of twirl it around and bring it almost like in a way, a sink, a drain coming down into this deep drop off.
That wasn't our bag of holding, was it?
No.
You're sure?
Yes. Ready?
I go over to Lilith, and I say, It's weird to be in the same room. What a weird thing to say. Are you okay?
I feel like I've always gone down but this one felt a little more serious. I think I'm okay. I'm a little worried that Kallias might kill us all.
Yes. Kallias. Are you there?
Near enough, I would expect.
I think it is something that I know we've talked about this, but you must at your best try to be careful.
Lilith, I didn't even. Are you all right?
I'm hurting, but I think I'm going to live. Hopefully.
I'm sorry, I did not mean. I could not. It was not in my.
I don't think it's your fault, Kallias. I don't blame you. I just think maybe we should all together seek how to help you control whatever's happening to you, so we can continue to, help you.
Yes.
Don't feel bad. Don't. That's an order.
You are sure?
Yes.
Okay.
You feel bad about so many things. You don't have to feel bad about me.
But I hurt you. I did not mean. This was not instinct. This was something that happened through me. It was not on purpose.
I know.
And that's. I do not know which is worse.
I understand. You're saying that it was not on purpose, but it was also not on accident. It just happened.
I think. Yes. An accident is caused by when you do something that ripples like a stone in water. This was a wave that came from somewhere else.
And you have no way of controlling it?
No. It is like a well. I can dip the bucket into the well, and I know how it will feel to pull the bucket back up, but I do not know what will be in the bucket when it arrives. I'm still learning. But if you are okay, and if you do not want me to worry now, this time I will not, and I will instead direct my worry to those things. I think that is what we need in the shapes. I think it is temporite.
Let's go. Let's get it then. The faster we get out of this water, the happier I'll be.
I agree.
You guys take a peek. The temporite, the three floating prisms. They're just barely floating off the floor of this temple. Have these very familiar, glowing crystals within, kind of long and thin. They come at a very acute angle on either side, but it's a nice long crystal. And they are within these sort of kind of pinkish tourmaline prisms, kind of triangular prisms.
Did the prisms look breakable in any way?
You can certainly see if they are.
Certainly try.
I don't have much in the way of tools that could get us through here. Is there anything you all have that could break through something like this?
I have a sword.
Can we not just pick it up and bring it? Prism and all?
We
It's
could
not that
try,
hard to
but
carry. Not that hard to carry something in water.
we need to get out at what is at the center anyway, do we not?
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Let me. I didn't describe it super completely. Let me get a little bit more in detail. They're the temporite, which, as you see it now and are able to look at it a little bit closer, it is that very thin, long crystal. And then this tourmaline is almost seemingly grown around it, and you see there's almost layers of it, and it's almost like it's been caked on to kind of cover it up, but it is this crystal within that's been kind of caking onto this temporite. Kind of like if there's some sort of I'm trying to think of a good equivalent in real life to show you, but now I can't think of one at all.
Is it like red lyrium?
No, not like the Dragon Age red lyrium, where it doesn't like. It's more of like. It's almost like this was a sediment that like is attracted to this, and it has hardened, ultra fast, and as it like this prism has spent its time on the ocean floor, it's kind of gathered this and has been formed into these,
okay.
and has for some reason been placed in this temple for design, for any number of reasons.
So we need what's inside, but we don't specifically need the prisms.
The tourmaline on the outside, not necessarily.
Okay.
Well, let's just start hitting it.
Yeah.
Leonidas, I feel like this is the perfect job for you.
All right. I will hit it.
I'm gonna wreck it.
Roll me let's just go with a strength
Give me a darn
saving
minute.
throw.
A strength saving throw, you said?
Yeah, are you using your sword? Are you using your fists?
I'll use my sword.
Okay. Yeah, roll me a strength saving throw, please.
And my axe.
I'll use my axe. That's a 18.
18? Yeah, so after you do a couple good like for-koom with the flat of the blade, for-koom, and the water, it's kind of muffled. But you see this crack, and some of those pieces of tourmaline kind of float up into the air and kind of just crack off, leaving an opening. And you're able to retrieve it, and it easily just dislodges, and that kind of is about a forearm length crystal.
I've done what I can.
And then for the brevity of maybe not useless rolling, but you're able to do the same with the rest. And you now can add into your inventories, or one of your inventories, 3 full shards of temporite.
Dare I say the group inventory? I know that's previously been like a currency bank thing, but this is definitely like in Dragon Age things go into the quest item folder, so you don't delete them. Let's maybe throw them in there. Let's make a quest item folder.
Yeah.
Because I'd really rather we didn't lose these.
It's
Yeah.
3 shards of
3.
temporary.
There were 3 prisms. Yep.
Putting it in the drive.
Do you guys collect any of the broken tourmaline?
I say whatever we can carry. Kallias is definitely grabbing some.
I'm gonna take some.
Okay. It's kind of this coral colored tourmaline.
Is there anything else in the vicinity of said temple?
Roll me
Of
an
value?
Roll me an investigation check, please. As you move around, now that the water is cleared, you see there's almost like little shelves with bits and bobs. But let's see if there's anything of value.
Didn't roll amazing. 9.
A 9. The most you see is kind of tucked into the back is this golden idol, and it's small. It's about the size of your fist, but it's of a coiled snake, or not a snake, but like a serpent-like creature that you would kind of guess is the symbol for the Leviathan.
Could I maybe investigate as well?
Sure. Let's have to say that you assist. Roll with advantage now, Kyle, just for the sake of rules.
At first I rolled a 3. Now I roll a 4.
So a 10.
10,
With a
that's
10, you get, and also with the help of Kallias, they help you out, and you take it in. It's a very, you see similar signs. Like the serpentness of it reminds you of your deity. However, the coiledness is not the symbol that you use.
How much?
We should probably take this for
How much
Research
pink? How much pink
purposes?
tortellini was there?
I would say there's going to be, as you gather it up, that's like used that you could actually kind of use and sell. I'm gonna say about 10 pounds worth of tourmaline.
What were you saying, Ember?
I think we should take this as perhaps even a way of contacting Trout Man.
I was
and
going
or
to be...
and or for value of the gold.
Now, you had me and then you lost me. I am very
expected that.
disinclined to pilfer this temple if we are simply going to take what is clearly important to it for monetary value, but if we are going to keep it and use it for potentially beneficial gain to this temple and its devotees, then I am willing to do so. But if I will not stand for defilement, defiling this temple is an act against what I believe in wholeheartedly.
Yes, you misunderstand me. I don't simply mean to take it to a pawn shop. I mean as a use in value to help us in a situation where we need it. Where we if we encounter someone who is of this faith and we can show them that we have this. I mean that it has value.
Well, you may use me as such also, but I see the value in that. Yes.
Use you in what way?
Well, if I don't use that, I'll definitely use you.
Good. Yes.
Wait, Kallias.
Yes?
How are we using you?
Shall we take a rest before we head back up?
Underwater.
We do have 24 hours. And it's been about an hour.
I'd say it took probably about an hour to get down, and then that fight was relatively quick. And now it's been maybe in like looking around and breaking apart the tourmaline. I'd say you're getting close to another 30 minutes. So you've been underwater. You still got a chunk of time left.
I would not be opposed to resting in a site such as this. Not at all.
If everyone else feels that way, then I'm fine. But I don't love the water.
I don't love it either, but I want us to be all at least a little bit more invigorated when we resurface.
I agree. I feel it's better to return to Felix with our health at top shape.
Oh, Felix!
Just in case he tries something.
I wasn't even thinking about him.
So are we taking a short, long? What are we feeling?
How can we take a long?
Hypothetically, yeah.
I feel like if we take a long rest, Felix is not going to be there when we come back.
That's fair. Perhaps a short.
I think a short rest is perfectly good.
Okay. Then roll your hit die. Does anybody want to? Does anybody get shut eye during their short rest, or just kind of a lick your wounds, look or swim around, relax?
I think I mostly just want to kneel in meditation at the edge of the pit and observe for the hour.
I think Ryujin's gonna get some shut eye, a little nap.
All right.
Ember kind of is trying his best to get acclimated and be more comfortable with being in the water.
Okay. I like it. All right. Ryujin, roll me a wisdom save.
Oh.
16.
16. Okay. You sit, your eyes grow heavy, and you find sleep. The cold currents moving over your body kind of relax you. And you come to a very simple dream. You're flying. and you hear a very steady beating of wings. Woof. 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 And in the dream, you just enjoy the feeling of flying. And then your hour ends and you wake up. Kallias, as you are meditating, your awareness shifts. You are at the foot of the temple in Olakos. And at the top of the steps, you see yourself before the change. What do you do?
Is my hood down? Do I have a hood?
Do you? In your dream?
I think so.
Okay.
But
You
I
have your
think-
hood and it is up.
Are you dead?
I think I would like to pull it down and see what they do.
You pull down your hood and your mirror image of yourself does not change. They just stare.
I want to see how close to them I can get.
You start to ascend the stairs. Every step, you feel your snakes start to shift and start to move quicker and more anxiously. As you get just a couple steps away, you could reach out and touch yourself. What do you do?
Are they more anxious the closer I am?
The mirror image that you see does not change. Has a stoic look staring at you, slightly pleasant, I would
I meant
to
the
characterize.
snakes.
Oh, the snakes. By the time you get right up to them, they're just kind of whirling, and like one maybe has a little baby rattler that it
If I lean back, if I lean away further, as if I was going to descend the stairs, do they still at all?
go to lean back, and your mirror image, as you kind of slip almost, grabs your arm, and you feel this burning sensation in your forearm, and that pulls you out of your meditation. You look at your forearm, and where you usually had a couple patches of scales, you just see a very slight bruise of a handprint right there on your forearm.
Okay. Before I get up or do anything else, I'm just gonna rip a small piece of fabric off from the cloak and just tie it around. Less for medicinal purposes and more to just cover it.
Okay. All right. And you guys can roll your hit die. And your short rest comes to an end. So, we ascend back up to the ship.
Yes. I.
All right. You guys begin to swim up. Roll me perception checks as you swim.
Fuck.
This is Lilith swimming. She doesn't understand.
Just a very lackluster doggy paddle.
She's just trying to, like, she thinks swimming is like climbing, but underwater, and it's not working. She's never learned.
I haven't rolled above a 5 yet.
Hey,
We're just getting them out of the way.
I rolled a 15.
15. All right. And Ryujin?
18.
18. And Ember?
6.
Okay. And Lilith?
13.
Leonidas?
12.
A 12. Okay. As you guys make your way up, you see these school of fish swim around. Also, maybe a solitary shark in the distance, not really paying you any mind, just making its way down the reef. Before, when you were swimming down, it seemed devoid of at least visible life. It seems that the fish have returned, and the dwellers of the coral reef, the Leviathan spine, have returned. And it's a beautiful sight to kind of take it in and see it. It's wonderful to see. And you make your way up. As you make your way and you crest the surface, you see the bottom of the ship just still sitting right where you left it. And you guys get to the top, and right as you crest, you hear a couple yells going from the deck of the ship. They have landed! They have come up! They've surfaced! And ropes are thrown down to you. It helps bring you back up to the ship. And you guys are back on dry, not land, but dry surface. Out of the water. You see there is the first mate, Keena. And then there is also Felix on the poop deck, just kind of leaning, looking down at you. And just kind of a very slight nod, sees you, Ryujin, specifically, and you, Ember, specifically, makes eye contact and just kind of does a little salute to you.
Are you gonna fuck Felix before you kill him?
Who are you talking to?
Ember.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to too.
No, I was just wondering the general question of it.
Of course not. I don't trust that man as far as I can throw him.
Can you throw him?
Literally.
You can't sex him up.
I don't, but he's also skeevy and gross.
I'm not here to yuck yums, I was just wondering.
It's a no.
Rather see him dead.
It's a no from me.
Would you,
Would I?
Ryujin,
Would I?
would you rather see him dead?
Yes.
Wait, who are we
I
killing?
would like that as well. And I turn and I start walking towards him.
As you make it, Keena, who was just on the deck lower where the wheel was, takes steps down and kind of intercepts you really quickly. And to the group, she says, so, I guess that there was a successful trip down below?
Fairly successful.
Okay, well, I would like to speak with you all in the captain's quarters, if you'd like, if you're able.
Am I getting a vibe?
Yeah,
from
why
this
can't we speak
bitch?
here?
Roll me insight check. I'm gonna say Leonidas and Ember.
Both or someone?
Well, you guys are the ones who asked, so I want you both to roll.
Ooh, baby. It's a wild world.
What'd you get?
Proficient.
Natural 20.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, I got a 15. So
Okay, so both did pretty well. Doesn't seem nefarious at all. It seems that it just seems like business. Is with a natural 20, it's business. But not nefarious. You get the sense that Keena is not a she's a pretty straight shooter.
Got it. But is it like urgent business?
She seems insistent in her words.
Follow up. Did she cut me off in a way that seems as if she knew what I was about to do?
With
Or
the
was
natural,
she just kind of just serendipitously?
more so the second. She was on the way and she was coming down to you all to speak to you, and was just happened to get in your way. It didn't seem like she cut you off from specifically Felix.
I have to say, I don't love the sound of this. But maybe.
Well, I will have to go to the loo. But I will, in fact, meet you all in the captain's quarters.
Can cats not pee in the ocean? Is that not a thing?
Yeah, did you not pee in the water?
Excuse me.
I was peeing the whole time.
It's an incredibly,
Disgusting.
it's an
That's so
incredibly common
gross.
practice. Why would you? It is natural.
You
What
peed
do
in the
you-
water. You peed in the water next to me.
Yeah,
What
I
do you
peed in the water
think,
next to all of
Sam?
you.
What do you think sand is?
What do you
It's
mean?
not
What?
pee.
Sand is not pee. Do you think sand is pee, Kallias?
No, it is. It is much more solid than that.
What? Well, it depends on your pee, but
All I'm saying is. Never mind. I
Okay.
just think it is natural.
I know it's natural, but it's naturally disgusting, and I don't like the idea of me breathing in his urine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair? Is that allowed?
well,
Allowed.
When you put it that way.
All right. Well, you go to the loo, and we'll go to the captain's quarters. I look at Keena.
Keena.
What's
Keena.
her name?
Keena, I believe, is
Keena?
what I had her name as.
Keena.
Keena.
Ryujin,
Yes.
could you help me? I need to find my
Right.
way there. I forgot.
I thought
Correct.
I was gonna say I need to find my dick. I need your help.
Okay. So the three of you, Kallias, Leonidas, and Lilith, follow Keena into the captain's quarters. Ember and Ryujin, you know that there are two kind of shearers on the boat. That's not
Going for the
specifically.
goddamn bathroom, Woody.
Okay. Okay.
Is there one on the poop deck?
Where's the powder room? Is what?
No,
Ember
there
needs.
is not a shearer on the poop deck.
Missed opportunity.
The poop deck is a deck for observation. It is not.
I go and try to find Felix.
Okay. He's up on the poop deck.
Is he standing like at the rail?
Yeah, he's just kind of leaning over, like if it's the first level here, like you guys are on the main deck, and then it's the quarter deck, and then it's the poop deck, which is the tallest. He's just like hanging over like the quarter deck in the center, looking, just kind of chilling.
Before we walk up, I look to Ryujin. I make eye contact and I wait until there's a moment of understanding. And then I keep moving forward.
okay.
What? Okay.
I walk up behind Felix, kicking my boots out like a cowboy.
He, as you come up the stairs to him, he kind of leans, just kind of on the railing, and kind of opens up to you. And yes, can I help you?
I hate it.
Hmm.
Fucking hate it.
He's been watching you kind of this whole time. Not
Oh.
super actively, but just keeping an eye. You could tell.
As I was walking up here, I was trying to think of something clever to say. Perhaps a pun, a joke, a more serious line. But I didn't.
So what did you come up
And
here?
just like that, I take out my wand of lightning bolts and I fire off 4 charges.
Holy shit! Right
into
at it.
his chest.
Oh my god. Okay. Let me just pull
It's
up.
time
this.
to duel.
Really didn't. I should have expected this. Didn't. Let me just pull up his stats real quick.
Such a weird.
How many did I say? I said
Functionally,
4.
Yeah, we
you
functionally
just
almost did it
placed a
last time.
Glock at his chest and like, psych, bitch. Gotcha.
Get fucked.
That's so funny because I
Wow.
was ready to pull out the gun too. So I was
You literally just did a
That's-
quick draw and just like pew, 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 pew. Just spam the hammer.
So I cast it at 4, 5, 6. I casted it at 7th level.
Whoa.
That is a lot for me to understand. That's a lot
Yeah.
for me to know.
This is a smite. A true
Basically,
It's 12d6.
see ya.
smite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
and
smite.
what's the save?
It's a dex save 15.
And what I'll say here is, he hasn't had a long rest since we fought him. So whatever health he was at the end of the fight, he is still at.
Yeah, he has.
We all
We
took a
didn't.
long rest before we went
Yeah,
down.
everybody
did?
took a long rest. Yeah.
Never.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Wow. He even used his little ability to roll again, and he failed. So
Yeah.
roll for damage, my friend.
You know, I could do it on D&D Beyond, but I want to do this the old-fashioned way to really savor it.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to do it. I don't have one more D6, motherfucker.
I'll roll it for you. Here we go. Ready? Is that
Ready?
how that
3,
works?
2, 1.
Oh.
All right, that's. Ooh, we got 6s, baby.
Same.
What'd you get? You got a 6?
Oh, I got a 1. So
Jesus. Okay, so that's a 10.
That's a 10.
That's a 10.
And then so right now I'm at 26, and that was with 6 die.
26. All right.
And then Dan roll again.
Wait, maybe I'll roll this one.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I think I did.
What'd you get?
A 6.
Nice. So that's another 10. And then so that's 36, 41, 43, and then 6 on top of that. 49 points of lightning damage.
Did I?
You just this lightning just kind of engulfs him. You see him just kind of like Luke Skywalker-esque, like on the ground getting hit by this lightning. And as the wand kind of crackles with this energy and stops, you pull it away. You see his body, and he just kind of goes, move and get slowly back up. Roll initiative.
Who? All of us?
Ryujin's ready
I'm here.
though.
How
I'm here.
far away are we?
I need initiative. You guys are directly under.
We're
Great.
like walking
Can we-
into the captain's. We have our hands on the door and we see.
Can
this
we hear
happen.
this?
This is like a lightning
We're like
strike.
below them, or we're near them.
You are where the captain's quarters is, which is under the poop deck. You are directly below them right now.
So do we know this is happening?
Yes, you can also roll the initiative. How about that?
Okay.
I want to know if we know this is happening. Honestly.
I think you would hear a level 7 lightning bolt.
But actually,
Yeah.
you and the ones in the captain's cabin roll with disadvantage, just because.
Oh, what? You can't get lower than it. I literally crit failed twice in a row.
You can't get lower.
Well, you're like inside.
Well,
you're
you can't
inside the
get
captain's
get
cabin
lower than
already.
there we are.
Okay.
Kallias just.
Anybody get above a 20?
Fuck no.
What'd you get?
Yeah, I did.
22.
22.
King of us all.
All right. Anybody 20 to 15?
I got a 15.
Okay.
Nice.
What'd you roll?
All right. And region.
You had
Who got 15 to 10?
I did.
All right. What'd you get?
I got a 13.
13.
13.
And then
8.
Ember
9.
9. And then finally a what'd you get?
An Omega double nat 1.
Yeah, he crit failed twice.
I crit failed with disadvantage
Which is
twice.
very impressive.
Nice.
So-
That's impressive.
Dumb odds. It's anti-Ryujin odds.
I think it would be worse though if it was with advantage and you crit failed twice.
Yeah.
Because like with the
Sure,
disadvantage,
yeah,
like you were
no.
definitely gonna get that crit fail, but with advantage, like it would be
No,
the dice
this
gods
was
being
this
like,
was just like
"Fuck
insult to injury, right? Like this was just
Yeah.
bad.
you." Yeah,
That was a big hit.
you didn't have to roll the second dice.
Okay, so with a 23, Felix is first.
Are you fucking
A
kidding me?
23?
Absolutely not kidding.
Damn it! I should have rolled a nat 20.
Got a
Just kidding.
blast.
Felix is going to, like from the ground, you see just a quick movement of his hands.
Hit me, bitch.
Uh,
Do it.
And he is going to cast Misty Step.
Bye.
Fucking
Fuck that.
Coward.
Fuck that noise.
Coward.
And you see
That'll be
just
a
like
no for me, Sheep.
this kind of grayish green like mist just engulf him, and you roll me perception checks, everybody.
Everybody who's there, or everybody total?
Let's say just Ryujin and Ember, because
Can
you
it
guys
be?
probably-
Can it be
Actually-
hearing?
What's going on?
yeah, it
Yeah.
can be hearing. Actually,
Like,
I want the people.
If I
in
hear
the-
if I hear like a splash or like
Yeah,
a
that's
or
why.
like a
That's
hit
why.
on the deck.
I'll let the people in the room as well also roll.
Oh. Yeah?
That's a 22 again.
A 22, okay.
Natural 20.
Natural 20, okay.
I
and,
want this.
Lilith,
16.
all right. Leonidas,
15.
Kallias.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You guys in the room, as you kind of like hear this, and you see Keena as she's kind of moving towards the back, you see a figure in the wind. There's like a bay of windows that looks out the back of the ship. A figure go whoosh, just past the windows, and you guys hear, all of you from your rolls hear a and then Felix is gonna use the rest of his turn to do that, and then Ryujin, your turn. You are on, I believe, the main deck. Yes.
Oh,
Run the poop deck.
didn't have I was gonna say I followed him.
Oh, okay.
He
So
But
was
I
yes.
didn't have a
he
chance
was my
during the-
backup.
yeah.
Okay,
that
so
was
you were
whole
on the
deal,
poop
yeah.
deck with. Yes. Okay, so you were on the poop deck with them.
Now, question. What we heard was him fall into the water.
Yes, you heard and with the what, you got really high, like 23,
22.
22. You saw just in the corner of your eye, behind kind of the dressing on the back side of the poop deck, just a slight bit of that grayish green mist.
I got a natural 20.
You got it as well, and you both see that. You know that he went from where he was and Misty stepped behind you, into the open water. So
Right.
Ryujin,
We still have our water breathing. No,
Yeah,
there's
we
no
do.
point in jumping.
you do
Okay.
still have it.
You
All
can't
right, yeah.
dispel it.
Cool.
We
So I think I'm gonna
fundamentally
jump in after him.
Okay. All right.
Rock and roll.
Roll me an athletics check. Let's see how good you just dive off the poop deck of a ship.
Dive off the poop deck. Ho ho.
Belly flop.
What a badass move. What'd you get?
Natural 20.
Oh, fuck.
Hey.
Wow. You're a fucking
Hey.
Olympic
The king above us all.
diver. Holy, you just
King.
like not even
Absolute
missing a beat.
king.
You see this, and like you and Ember kind of lock eyes, just boom, boom, woof, and you just like arms open and bring it together as you hit the water. Boom, dive down with a natural 20. I'll let you have a perception check without disadvantage because you just gotten in, and with that I'll reward you. Roll me a perception check to see if you can find Felix.
All right. 16.
16. With a 16, let me see what Felix does. Okay, with a 16, you see Felix about 60, I think. Yeah, 60 feet away from you, kind of a little bit lower and like towards the shore.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark. Use my bonus action to do that.
That's
Okay.
good.
And
That is good.
I'm going to. You said it has to be how close do I have to be to shoot an arrow in the water?
It has to be
Close range.
within that Actually, let me just double check.
Can we
the
still
rules.
breathe underwater? Oh,
Yes,
shit.
you have it for 24 hours. So you guys have it for like another 20
fuck.
hours, basically. Quick rules pit stop, just because I want to make sure I got this right.
Yeah.
Rules pit stop. Okay. Okay, a ranged weapon attack automatically misses at a target beyond the weapon's normal range, which is the smaller number. Even against a target within normal range, the attack roll has disadvantage unless that weapon is a crossbow, net, or a weapon that is thrown like a javelin. So we didn't do that last time because I didn't go over all the rules, but not a big deal. So you will have disadvantage on this attack if he's what's the range on your bow?
The smaller number?
Yeah, the smaller number.
150.
Yeah, so he is within the normal range. It will be with disadvantage.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna do that.
No whammies.
That is
Natural 20.
A billion.
Yeah, his dice says a billion.
47.
It just goes, fuck it, dude, you hit.
16.
16. You hit. Roll for damage.
Of course he does. That's amazing.
You did. It was 49 points of damage, but with your lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt.
It was 49 points of damage.
49.
yes.
Okay, I just want to double check.
12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. As you do it, you kind of you settle in the water, and just the smoothest thing, like pull it, and you see your arrow kind of like arc through the water, going through the currents, and like you see it's like, oh no, it's going off, and then it comes back around, almost like the perfect golf putt, and just into his back, and he floats.
Oh.
Dead.
Yes.
He had 2 hit points left.
Oh,
Wow.
Ow.
Dan, I blame your one.
Oh, I'm glad.
Nice.
I'm gonna swim to his body so I can drag it back.
Nice.
Take his shit.
And well, we gotta all take a shit.
No, I'm still on the boat.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, gotcha. So Ryujin's gonna. Do I have to roll something for like strength or something?
With the strength, no, you're fine. You swim to him, you swim back, you can bring him up. You throw Felix's body on the ship. I want Lilith, Leonidas, and Kallias. Do you guys come out after this commotion? I'm assuming.
Well, I see someone fall down, and then I see Ryujin, and I go
another,
and I go, no. What was that?
Maybe they decided to go to the bathroom in the ocean.
In the ocean?
I suppose.
It
it was very loud.
It was.
Keena goes.
So-
You hear Keena kind of go, "Son of a bitch," and she storms out.
She might know something we don't.
Should we follow?
I
Should
don't know. We could stay in here.
You guys can. It's up to you.
Can I make a perception check of the room? Anything that looks like if I touched, it would be bad if I touched it with her in the room.
You don't know.
I don't.
This wasn't her quarters.
Oh, damn it.
You killed the captain.
Oh, right.
You killed the captain.
And we did ransack this already.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You've been in this room before. You can continue to look through and all that.
Let's go see
Yeah.
what's going on. I smell some burning.
You guys come out. There is definitely, with all that lightning, a lot of scoring at the very least, and maybe at least some
would
moderate
imagine.
damage on the poop deck. This is hand-carved mahogany.
There's a shipwright somewhere, right?
This is hand-carved mahogany.
Isn't that the line from Sinbad? That's the one I'm thinking of
No,
right now.
it's from Emperor's New Groove, I thought.
Oh, is it?
He's like
so.
break down the door. This is hand-carved mahogany. How am I gonna do that?
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
Of course. How could we?
How could we forget about that one?
So funny.
You guys bring Felix's body to the deck. Everybody out there, roll me an insight check.
So did we
Everybody?
go out there?
Everybody, roll me an insight check.
Ah, for God's sake.
Lilith?
That's a crit fail.
Oh,
Okay. Ember?
5.
5. Ryujin?
6.
Oh!
I think that's
Kallias?
the lowest roll since.
It's a 15 for
Okay.
me.
15.
I mean,
and Leonidas.
I got a 13, so
13. Okay, Leonidas and Kallias. Everybody else, you don't get this vibe. The crew is tense. Whatever that just had happened, most of the people have either gone below deck or are keeping a wide berth around every single one of you.
I think whatever just happened, whatever trip to the bathroom that was, we may be on very thin ice right now.
I say to Kallias and Draconic, I say, I don't know what to say, but I think we should say something because they might kill us.
I think maybe we do not do that.
We don't say anything?
No.
Okay.
No, I do not think so.
Oh, okay.
That's just my opinion, however.
Oh.
Do you want to share with me what you're saying?
Oh, I said that. I whisper in your ear. I think that maybe we should say something, but I'm not good with talking. That's why I said it to him. He's good with talking.
Oh.
I'm really bad at talking.
But you had to say it.
Draconic?
Okay.
Well, sometimes I don't know. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's your special language. I
I
understand.
know it's a nice little thing.
We might get marooned.
That's true. I'll just speak a lot of Draconic.
Keena, at the edge of the quarterdeck, looks up and sees you there, Ember, and you see she's angry. She sees you, and in a very quiet voice, she walks up to you in a very quiet but firm voice. She says, "Get into the captain's quarters right now."
Fine. Couldn't find the bathroom anyway. And I just walked by her.
Okay. She follows you down. She looks towards at the three of you on the quarterdeck, which is Ember, Kallias, and Leonidas. Follow him.
Okay.
And then she looks down towards you, Ryujin, standing above the wet and standing above Felix's corpse. She just looks at you and says, "Now," and walks into the captain's quarters.
I follow.
You all enter. She takes her spot. She's kind of leaning. The back wall is kind of a bunch of cabinets that hit those windows. Those like classic back of the ship windows. Her arms are crossed. A moment of tense silence passes. Who the hell are all of you?
The nightmare
That's
crew.
the question that you need us to answer right now.
That's where we're starting.
We are a group of adventurers. We have recently gone about trying to do some good in this world.
Looks like you're doing quite a bit of good.
I'd say so.
Say we are.
It's not the most visible kind.
But in the long run, I think the world is better off.
I think that guy was weird. And to be honest, I would have killed him too if Ember didn't. So it would have happened regardless. Sorry.
I don't think that we're helping our case.
Oh,
but
I mean,
I appreciate the solidarity.
okay.
I feel like he would have done the same thing to us if he had the chance.
That's true.
So it's protecting me and my own.
I understand that Felix was a piece of shit, and a right down scallywag. However, you can't just go and killing the Krew in front of the Krew. Because pretty soon, the rest of our crew is going to decide that you all are against them, and that's probably going to leave some of you dead and some of the Krew dead, and I don't want either of those.
Keena, I'm offended. I don't know why you would assume that I didn't have a plan for after. You stopped me in the middle, and you're asking me why it's not perfectly tied up in a bow. An artist should not be stopped in the middle of a painting. Then it's just some random stuff.
Ember is...
Do not worry. We do not have intentions to, 1, murder any more crewmates. We also don't, 2, want to be murdered. I assure you, all will be mended.
Roll me a persuasion check.
With advantage, because we have something special.
With advantage, because I'm there.
No.
Okay.
No? Alright.
A 9.
A 9? Okay, let's switch it. She hears your words. Unmoving, arms still crossed, leaning. All right. What is your plan? What's your plan with this ship and this crew? Because as first mate or whatever the hell I am right now, I'd like to know.
Well, we did actually say specifically our plan, did we not?
Well,
we had said we are going to the spine. We are going to do a thing. We just did that. We haven't discussed any further than this.
Now I want to know what the plan is.
The idea was to
what
go
I'm saying
further
is
south. That was where we were going to kill Felix anyway. We were going to feed him to a god. I was, at least. So, no harm, no foul. But that would have been the better choice, I think, given that it would have been quieter. And it would have done something more productive, but, you know, nothing lost, nothing gained.
There's still more to be gained. I am offended that all of you have not had more faith in my planning.
The point remains the same. We plan on going south, I thought, yes, we were going to go maybe south.
Yes,
Or
we do or do not need a ship. However, if we'd like, we can travel on over the water, but we can also make dock and then travel on land.
Then you can have the ship. Because first mate gets promoted to captain once the captain's gone.
So we did help you out in that way.
We didn't hear what you said, Will.
No.
It's just I'm gonna probably be peppering that message around to everyone as possible, like doing a little like low finger or something. But I'd send the message to everyone: we do need a ship to go where we're going.
Do we?
After we are done,
No, we do. Oh.
and also I don't mean to be rude, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to be a little bit less nice than I normally am. We commandeered this ship. That has already happened. This ship is under our control. We took it by force. If you think that then you have power to ask and try to disrupt things, I believe you're mistaken. We are not intending to hurt anyone, but we are going to be using this vessel until we do not need it any longer. If at that point we are still on good terms, and I very much hope that we are, you may have said ship and do whatever the fuck you want with it. You may go to Camden Mesa and join up with the Silence of the Lambs. I forgot the name.
Silence on the left. What?
Silent Consortium.
Oh.
Silent Consortium. That is very much in our best interest. We don't want trouble, but understand that We don't owe you an explanation.
You kill a crew member, I would lack an explanation.
He
You
was a
have
piece
the-
of shit.
You know he was a piece of shit. You have your explanation.
He was skeevy. He was conniving. He was giving me weird vibes. He was giving Kallias some extra weird vibes. I don't like it when there's someone in my purview that is not trustworthy. Are you trustworthy, Keena?
Is that a threat?
I mean,
Simply a question.
I am trustworthy.
Then I very much appreciate it. Can we continue this discussion in a moment? I want to make sure that not too much time passes before I fix the crew.
Go ahead.
Before I go out there, group check-in. How's everyone? I'll say to you and to you alone, I'm sorry.
oh, Leonidas
I felt as though it had to be done.
Leonidas has been eating a muffin this whole time, so.
There is a plate of muffins in the
Yeah.
corner you
Yeah.
found. Oh,
Get
good.
muffins at sea.
Just
They go
more,
real quick.
Yeah.
more talk of lines. I would like more schooling on where the lines are, because the more we go forward, the more comfortable I'm feeling with the lack of them, and I wonder if that is the right direction to feel.
I think that is a conversation we can have, Kallias, but it's yes,
Just-
yes, we can.
just-
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. I find the concept of morals to be quite titillating topics of conversation. So we will definitely have that. And going forward, although I will always act in the best interest of the group as I see it, I will do my best to make sure everyone is looped in. Fair?
I will do the same.
You will find no argument that Felix was a doomed vessel, so I have no qualms with the end result.
And I do think that we might glean something from his personal effects, not to loot a dead man, but
What we can
But
do
in his
to
way.
I mean shoot his looters. I'm gonna go now.
What is that? What is
You
what
exit
would
out
that
to the
be?
captain's cabin, and you see, and you're now on the quarterdeck. You see that there is one person kind of in front of you who seems to be just manning the wheel. They see you, and they kind of avert their gaze. And then you see a few of the crew members up in the rigging, moving around. A few people moving some stuff, like coiling some rope along deck, cleaning off the deck. They are keeping a wide berth around Felix's body, just laying there on the deck.
I use thaumaturgy to make my voice loud. Crew,
People stop, look at you.
if you'd like, you can come up to the top deck so I can address you all if you want to stay under. I hope that my words reach you.
Okay. People start to file out of the two hatches until you have what's seemingly left of the crew all on deck looking at you.
I and my compatriot just killed a man. You had sailed with him for some time, and to anyone that mourns his loss, I apologize. You know this man as Felix. He is known by many names. We know him as a child rapist.
An
was sent-
uncomfortable shift in the group.
Oh, sorry.
We were sent as part of our multifaceted mission to find this man and dispatch him. We would have done it sooner, but we then needed to go underwater, and he was the only one that had the ability to send us underwater. So we did not want to lose that too early. I apologize if this comes as a shock to anyone, but that was a bad man. And he won't hurt anyone anymore.
Roll me a deception check?
I'm out. That's it for me. That's all I can take as far as this stream is ever gonna go. That's me done.
Oh my god.
Happy Pride Month.
I wasn't ready.
I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
Side note, if that offended anybody. So roll deception.
Yeah, deception.
My dice. Oh, that one's gone. Rolled around a lot. 19.
19. Okay. You see the crew kind of nod. You even hear a couple, "Yes, Captain." And they start to file away. Do you re-enter the captain's quarters?
Yes.
Okay. The moment passes. You enter in. Keena, eyeing you all. Is your plan done now?
Yes.
All right. So, since you are in charge, the reason why I wanted to bring you into the captain's quarters is figure out what was next for this crew and this ship. So, putting all that ugly behind us, what's up? What's next?
That is an important question. One we had been discussing long before we ever got to this ship. We need to continue sailing, though we do not intend to commandeer this vessel for too much long. Before I keep blindly talking to her, is she, remind me of her visible racial traits. Is she an elf?
Is elf, probably more closer to half elf. She has a, more along the lines of half elf.
But assuming that all of the shit I was just saying was in Elven, would she have been hearing it?
You didn't seem that she was really noticing.
Like, it didn't, because when I'm speaking as Kallias that swiftly, it is in Elven.
Oh, then I would say yeah. She kind of takes a second, but she gleans what you're saying. Yeah.
We need to sail southwards more. There are more things we have to do. I hope we are quick further south. That is, if we all are, as us, as the crew, if we are good to go further south now, or go somewhere else before we go further south.
South where?
There are some islands. There is a peninsula off to the southwest of the mainland, the largest isle of which goes by the name of Fidicilas. 'Tis there we seek to venture. No further south than that, if I can help it.
I thought we were going to the Grey Spine.
We have done the spine already.
Okay. Oh. Can I have another muffin?
Go ahead.
Thank you.
Those islands, usually people sail around. I'm
I know.
not super comfortable bringing my crew deep into them, but if you were to take our last dinghy, I would sail you close enough to where you could get safe passage to the island.
That is fine. I have no interest in drawing attention from those who live in those isles. I simply need us to go there. And besides, I know these waters well. So that is no object to sail in a vessel such as that. If you are willing to get us as close to Fidicilas as possible, then that is all we ask, and we simply ask further that you would remain there or on wherever your closest nearby shore would be for us to find you after.
She pauses for a moment, goes over, grabs a map, lays it out, and you see it's a kind of a map of the trade waters of Cordia. She asks you to point out where Fidicilas is.
If you give me a second to load my own map, I will do so.
Yeah, you know where it would be within the map. It's that southern island on that chain.
Big one.
Mhm.
Wherever. I'm trying to pull it up for my own game because I want to know which shore is closest to the inner lake.
It would be the northern shore, and that would be one that she would not want to sail into.
Yeah.
You see, like on her map, it has like the trade paths, and you see that the trade paths very much go around the islands and up, and like up to Nibu, and then up to the Blue City, and then finally up to Kainance.
Whatever. If you can get us as close to the northern shoreline as you are willing to, whether that is on the northeast or the northwest of the island, then that would be best. As I said, if we can avoid going south at all, past the southern borders of the isle known as Fidicilas, the better. That is where I would not like to venture.
All right. I think that we could drop you off there, and then, I mean, I wouldn't want to wait in those waters for much longer than a few days.
I would hope we would not take much longer. If we do, you may leave us, because we are lost to you as it is.
All right. Well, we can begin sailing that way right now. But while you're on the ship, I figure you guys aren't any performing troupe, as you said you were.
No.
We can
So
perform.
So you're gonna need something to do.
Okay.
Do you have any useful skills that you could aid us on
can
this
sail.
trip?
I have worked my way not around large sails such as the one above deck, but I know my way around a boat.
Okay. I'll place you to assist the helmsman then.
Whatever.
Rest of you?
Whatever I do, I can do double of.
Okay. I'll get you on the grunt work then.
Great. And I pop
Put
out.
me
Hmm?
I was gonna say I pop out of Echo and I just put him next to me.
Kind of like, is not like super startled, but it's like, oh, neat trick.
Hmm.
Looks towards you, Ryujin. What'd you say?
I said you can put me in the kitchen.
All right. I think our cook was one of the people that decided to fight the other day, so that's gonna be useful. Ember?
I'm not very well versed on the things needed. Is there anything clerical or easy?
You can help me. You're gonna assist me on this trip.
Hmm.
And you, I don't remember if I got your name.
My name is Lilith.
Lilith, what about you?
I'm good with knots, and I'm good at spotting things and climbing up real high.
All right. I'll put you up in the rigging with our rigging master. All right. Should be a couple weeks of sailing to get down to those islands and come around that southern point. So I'll bring you to your individuals who you're working with, and we will have a real couple weeks of smooth sailing. Sound amenable?
I suppose.
All right. Then, I'm willing to put all this ugliness behind us. Agreed?
Agreed.
All right. Well then, let's get sailing. And she heads out the door.
Takes me away to where
As she leads you all to your different groups, we're going to take a little bit of a time jump. So I believe I'll come up with the exact time after we're actually going to go to break now. But I want to know, and that just so you guys can think over break, what did your person do other than your job? Did they make any friends? You guys can kind of get creative, come up with some fun stuff. And we are going to do a little bit of a time jump to the next
2 weeks, baby.
destination.
Cool.
So, we will be right back. Thank you, chat, for hanging out with us, and we will be
Grab a
back.
snake.
Oh.
Go grab a drink.
Yeah,
Grab a snake if you have
fill up your
snakes.
coffees, fill up your whiskeys, your wines, your beers, your juices of any sort. And we will be back, I would say, like 8 o'clock.
I like that old grape juice called wine.
Old
Yes.
grape.
I like that old grape juice that's sold by Welch's.
We'll see you all soon.
Love you all. See you in a bit.
we're back. Oh, Jesus.
And we're back. Whoa, Kyle, you just like came out of like a
fade.
golden orb.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for coming back from break. Welcome back, everybody in chat. Mercat 117, Spartan call out. Merkert 117. Thanks for the sub. That's very wonderful of you. 2 months. Also, Nemi, welcome in. It's always good to have you, and everybody else in the chat hanging out. Thanks for being with us today. You're on this beautiful June. Oh God, June.
Not
day.
yet, King.
It feels like
Not
July.
yet.
Just before we start, Kyle, you wanted to say a quick thing?
Yeah, everybody, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for that I said some triggering words. It wasn't my intention, obviously, and yeah, I don't want to do that again, so I apologize.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens with improv, and it's going to happen every once in a while. But I'm like, thank you for apologizing. And again, everybody, sorry if it triggering for any of you, or if it we never want to have that happen. We want this to be a safe space, and we want to try to correct ourselves whenever that is. And if that ever happens, please let us know. And because we don't want anybody to feel, unless you are one contributing to a negative space and not trying to rectify that. We don't want anybody to feel unsafe or not welcome here. So we love you, and we apologize. Thank you so much. Cool. But now let's. I don't think there was any like little questions in chat. Other than that, let's jump back in. So I crunched the numbers, gang. And it's going to take actually a little over, because a boat moves pretty quickly.
Boats move fast.
It's going to take just a little over a week, about a week and a half, to reach the destination of the eastern shore, where she is willing to stop, of Fidicilas. So in this week of sailing, the weather is going to be pretty mild, and so will the waters, which will contribute to a little bit of, it's going to be closer to 2 weeks than just 1 week. We're going to go a little round robin, and if you guys want to, it's a moment for those at home listening or watching or anything like that. So when I play D&D, I like to make moments where my players also create stuff and can come up with something. And so it's going to be kind of a little bit like, what do you do? What do you discover? What do you find? And we can kind of talk through it together as individuals. If like you want to talk, like if Kallias and Ember want to have a conversation, or if you want to like make a new friend on the boat. It's all that kind of fun stuff. So something I do in my games every once in a while. And now we have Ava and Bailey to join us on the stream. It's a drink, yeah, it's 2 drinks right there.
Puppy sighting.
Cheers. Oh, I grabbed it too hard.
Oh, what?
So she said.
Did you?
To rest her head on the microphone.
Did you grab it?
I just threw whiskey all over my desk.
All over your disc.
Over my desk.
Single.
Does anybody want to go first on what's in this week? Let's just round it up and say 2 week period.
I'm gonna say
want
last
to do.
On my account.
All right. Any brave souls want to take it up?
Ember is going to go through Felix's stuff, his magical stuff, specifically looking for like spell book and other such things.
Give me 2 seconds and I can come up with all of that stuff. All right.
That stuff.
Hey, yeah, you find the book. It is on his person. He has a small sort of, it's almost like a little, very thick tome, but pretty small in its dimensions. And it has a good number of spells written into it. The highest one is a level 3 spell. Actually, there's a few level 3 spells written in, and I can send you what it is in a second. Yeah? Yeah, but I have all the spells that are in it, and if that is something you want to start like reading over and looking at.
Yeah, Ember is trying to like get a little bit more acclimated with magic as a concept. Considering all he knows of it so far is just kind of whatever the fuck happens out of him and out of Kallias.
Okay.
So.
Then roll me an Arcana check.
I'm not that bad at that. Not that bad. 18.
18. Okay, with an 18, you're able to kind of go over the notes. Now, Felix seemed meticulous and a little secretive, so you kind of crack a couple of his codes, because each wizard kind of likes to write in their own hand, so that people who come across their spell books may have trouble. You're able to crack a bit of the code and kind of find repeating symbols, repeating arcane language throughout this spell book of the pages that have been filled. And you're going to be able to kind of uncover some of the spells, but you're kind of, it's not that you can necessarily like understand the language, but you see correlations between things. Like in your notes, you're like seeing it's like, oh, like this, that abjuration spell, or this is a symbol for like abjuration, and this is maybe a symbol that is used in most evocation spells, and like the written language, you start to see some of the logic behind it.
I'll also try, like, in assistance with that, I would try to find, like, anywhere on the boat, any sort of other, like, books that are more information-based to kind of, like, aid in said research.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check with that one, then.
Perhaps in his other ship.
Yeah.
It is somehow cocked on 6 and 9.
Roll
So,
again.
I think that's basically a natural 20.
Yeah, that's
69.
Yeah, that's 60.
That's
You get
better
69.
than a natural
Yeah,
20.
it's
You
better
just
than a
won
natural-
D&D.
Yeah.
That's it.
Better is 420, and that requires magnets.
That requires magnets.
I don't know.
Great.
10.
10?
That's tough.
Yeah.
With 10, you're able to kind of look through it. Most of his stuff, you don't find a lot. You do, however, find one little metal box that you shake it, and it sounds like there's something in it. But there are no seams on this box. It is made of metal, and it is completely sealed. Yeah, you have add a seamless metal box into your inventory.
Nice.
But I'd say like when you're not assisting Keena, and like going over some inventory. Are you okay, Dan? What the hell's going on?
That's gotta stop. I mean,
We have dogs over here. We're in the
when you're
same
not
room.
assisting
We're on a
in
high.
Keena's like clerical work, and basically writing down, like she's telling you what to write down for inventory, you are poring over your books or over Felix's books.
Yep.
So yeah. All right. Who is next?
Oh, go ahead, Ryujin.
Ryujin. What do you hope to find? What do you think you find? Let's chat.
All right. Well, the first thing I did was teach Beans a little new trick.
Yo.
And that was to keep watch for enemies or danger
Oh.
and warn the party with 2 howls, 1 short, 1 long. And it is codenamed Sentinel. So he'll do that.
Oh.
Did you take
You say,
Wait. Oh.
um,
Cool.
and
Only
then
an animal handling.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
That is 17.
17. All right. All right, 17. Yeah, so there's basically the first week is kind of when you solidify this with beans. It takes a moment, but every once in a while, and you guys working throughout the ship doing your jobs, you'll kind of hear a oh, oh, and at weird times, and maybe like in the kitchen. And stop me if you don't like it, Drew. In the kitchen,
No,
like
keep
Beans
going.
is at the door, and basically, if anybody comes into the door of the galley, which is basically a small room off of that, so it's on the main deck. It's that first room on the main deck, so it's below the captain's cabin, and Beans would just watch at the door, and if anybody came in or even got close to the door, that's when Beans would do the howl. And it got a little, not annoying, but you see that he was working at it, or he'd just get excited and bark at the door, and he'd work with him. What treat or encouragement item do you use?
Straight up meat. Whatever kind of meat we got on this ship.
There's a little bit of a...
Felix.
Bits
Oh my
of
God.
Felix?
Oh,
What does that mean?
it's
And
bits
so
of
it
Felix.
begins.
Bits of Felix. Oh.
Right.
Sorry,
we
I
didn't,
didn't-
throw Felix's body overboard for chum?
I didn't understand. But now I do.
The animal variety of meat.
Okay. So there's some salted pork and salted beef, and occasionally, if a sailor is chilling, they'll drag a couple lines off the back and try to catch some fish. But yeah, so you're able to kind of encourage Beans enough to be able to do that. My question for you: what is the best meal you make for the ship? And what is the worst meal you make for the ship?
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say the first meal was the worst meal because he didn't know what he was doing. So he kind of just like boiled potatoes and like put them on a plate and just said, "All right, this is food." And then as he started working more with the food, he started playing with the seafood that was there, and I think they had some really good lobster
Oh,
those days.
okay. All right. Nice. I like it. And so you definitely improve your cooking variety for the crew, and as they go on, and even if someone be like, "Yeah, well, damn, this is better than what they did before. That was the best food I've had in years." The most piratey pirate in the crew is who says that. Okay, cool.
His name is Philip Piratson.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Philip P.
Philip P.
Piratson.
Patterson.
Philip P. Pirate.
Pirates.
You know what the P
The
stands
P
for?
stands for pirate.
It does.
Nice.
Philip Piratson.
I also wanted to loot Felix and see
Second.
if he had like any money or anything on it.
Yeah, I would say altogether, other than the tome, the small spell book, you guys are able to get about 30 gold pieces on his person. Within his small chambers, there is a little footlocker that has a number of just kind of seemingly spell components. I'm gonna say for Kyle's sake, for Ember's sake, it's gonna be a components pouch worth. And then for everything else, just some clothes, some fine, like I would say like about 20 sheets of fine paper and some ink. Basically a scholar's pack, I would say. I'm gonna say it, a scholar's pack. So if you guys want to look at what's up in that and divide it amongst yourselves, more than welcome to.
I'd like to take the pouch.
Okay.
If that does not upset anyone.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Not big on
I'll take the
components
scholars
anyways.
pack and we can divvy out whatever is in it later.
Gotcha. After about the 5th day of working and sailing, the warm breeze, as you guys head further south, you get closer to the warmer weather, the warmer trade winds, and you'll see small little islands that poke out of this massive coral reef that kind of lines this coastline. And you'll see palm trees. For some of you, that is a very new sight. Those tall, skinny trees. There's a couple times just for repairs from the battle. There needed to be a stop and drop anchor and stop at a small, thicker area of palm trees for wood to repair some of the ship. During this time, Keena asks all of you to. She has been moved into the captain's quarters. Not really calling herself captain, but it's where she's doing her work. She asks all of you to join in within the office. You all enter, and there are various goblets, kind of mismatched. You see there's two that are definitely the same type and make, but then there's like one copper one, a stone-looking one, and one that looks like made out of some sort of kind of not cheap, but kind of like a very hastily blown glass goblet of some sort.
Is this like a Last Crusade situation?
Yeah, they're all set up, and like they're the goblets, and there's one for her as well. And it's just like she kind of had to. What I'm trying to get across, she had to gather up all of these goblets from the
Understood.
like various crew members. Everybody, roll me.
Initiative.
No. It's gonna sound very scary, but don't be scared. Constitution saving throws.
Nope. That's okay.
I know that sounds scary.
The word saving throws have such a ingrained connotation.
I'm very fast and loose with my use of saving throws.
I like that, and I've introduced that to my players now, like the memory check, the intelligence saving throw memory check. I really like. But even when I'm, a player asks me something or does something, I'm like, roll me an intelligence saving throw. All of them are like,
I'm so scared.
Don't do
that. Let's go round robin. Dan.
I got a 25.
25. Nice. Whoa. Okay. Well, that's kind of one of your issues. Lilith. I can't see you, but you're there.
I got.
Oh.
Welcome to what we've been dealing with this whole time. We're trying to find.
If you see us wiggling and around,
Yeah, it's wiggling. Was trying to get seen.
Oh, I got a 15.
A 15. Okay. Ember.
I also got a 15.
15. Ryujin.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. And Kallias.
big 1-7.
All right. You guys did really well. So, with these rolls, you guys have been working really hard this last week, and some of the crew has also seen your hard work and has noticed it. And even you, Ember, have kind of begrudgingly at some moments, but been helpful. You said what you're gonna do, and that's what the saving throw is for. Keena has a dusty bottle of wine in her hand, and she sets it on the table. I think we got off at a very difficult and wrong foot. So I'd like to offer this as a olive branch to y'all. And we can all have a drink together and chat. And just get to know each other a little more, since we're going to be on the water together for relatively the foreseeable future. Would you care to join me?
I don't drink, but thank you.
I have a kind of a gingery tonic that doesn't have any alcohol in it, if you prefer.
Do you have anything that doesn't have?
And you make me a Shirley Temple.
I'm more of a Roy Rogers person.
Do you have
myself.
Do you have anything that doesn't have ginger in it?
She says, "Hold on." Leaves really quick. You hear her yelling. It's like, "Hey, Fergus, throw me one of them coconuts."
Oh God, I want to go meet Fergus, please.
And you hear a coconut? Yeah, one of them coconuts, real quick. Moment passes. She comes back in, takes out. She has this like large. She has found this like large kind of Bowie knife, and you see her. And it's like, best I can do right now, and hands you a coconut.
Oh.
In
there's
other
this-
words, it's the two swamp benders from Avatar: The Last Airbender that are just in the back of the boat. It's just those two dudes.
You're so right.
There's one dude with a banjo on the ship.
I take the coconut and I take it and I drink the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Very kind of thick, but
That's a lot of milk.
the like
I have to pee.
sweet, watery milk. And it kind of gets in, like comes out along your mane, and
That's
And
gonna get
it's-
sticky.
Sweet and watery are some of my descriptions on my dating profile.
Jesus Christ.
Sweet watery milk, is that what just leads the
Sweet
vibe?
watery milk.
That's how I get them.
That's how I
That
introduce
was
myself.
my
Like,
nickname
"Hi."
in high school.
Sweet watery milk. Jesus.
There you
I
go.
feel like that's like that is the new version of Luke Cage that comes out. That's gonna be his next like catchphrase, like sweet watery milk.
Great.
You know?
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
hot.
think so.
Okay, so Keena watches you just down the coconut water, like the wonderful millennial you are, and pours you each a glass. As she sits and makes small talk for a second, asks where you're from. You guys answer directly? Indirectly? You don't have to be specific, just curious.
I'm from up north.
I forget where I'm from.
I'm as well from the north. Northern regions.
Before I answer, Leonidas,
Yes.
are you okay?
Sure. Are you okay?
Okay. You don't drink and you don't
No.
remember where you're from?
Oh, I know where I'm from. I just forget it in the current moment. I'll remember at some point.
Do you want the DM to remind you?
Yes, I do.
boy? You are from a village of Leonidas?
No, I meant I know where that is. I'm saying I don't remember the region. Like, is it north, south, east, west?
It's south. You are within the arm. Actually, you're like, you can kind of see the mountains as you guys get closer to land every once in a while, kind of doing the with the wind zigzag sailing, and you guys get closer to land. You can see the fangs, and it looks rather familiar.
Okay.
Can we say that he stands on like the edge of the ship and sings "I Miss the Mountains"?
Great.
Nice. I retract and I say I'm from the south. And Ryujin, I haven't drank since from the first day that we met each other, and what happened in that bar. I haven't drank since then.
I didn't notice. Wow.
So
I am from somewhere not too far from where we are going.
Where are you from?
Well, originally I was born in the small village called Krew. It's in Rodan, on the western coast of it. Actually, I'd noticed, Lilith, that violin of yours.
Yes.
I think it's made out of. There's a very special kind of tree that grows in Krew, or on the western coast of Rodan, and it's made of that wood. It's very very strong, black wood, expensive. I reckon that violin is about as strong as any sword.
Leonidas, do you want a sword fight?
yes.
Maybe later.
Okay.
Now I'd like to see that. That'd be fun.
Well, a bladed bow, and now if you just start whacking people with the instrument itself, it'll be a whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
I heard stories growing up that our loggers around Krim, they would chip their axes before they even made a dent in a tree. So it's impressive that you got a hold of that.
We are going to duel because I want to see this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me know when it happens. I want to see it. I do. While we're on the topic, or not on, if I may change topics.
What if we say no?
You don't have to answer this. I'm just curious. Well, what are y'all doing? You say you're trying to make the world a better place, but I mean, and this is objective. This is a sign of an olive branch, but it's a question of understanding. I want to know what. You say you want to make the world a better place, but you commandeer shit, kill a few people, and I will again admit that a good number of them, actually I would say, strangely enough, all of them were kind of assholes. And
So-
I don't want to say as far as had it coming, but their karma went one way, and I guess what I'm leading at, like, what good are you trying to do?
I would be wary before you ask more questions, for a number of reasons. Firstly, of which you would not believe the answers that we could give you. Secondly, if we told you, you would not leave this room. And that is just the way of it. But trust that when we say these things, we mean them. We would not be here if we had not seen things that defied otherwise explanations, and did not preclude us any other option than the path we are on now.
Yeah, we're the Nightmare Crew. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
To that end, it matters not if we steal one boat, or kill a small handful of people that would stop us from otherwise doing it, because everything else seems to be at stake. Literally everything else.
I think the end justifies the means.
That is a good phrase. I like that.
I've heard that phrase used before, yeah. Do the rest of you feel the same way?
I feel many ways. Sometimes I don't know how to describe them.
Try.
Oh, I feel anger. I feel pain. I feel sadness. I feel happiness. I feel contempt. I feel exorbitant. And I
Are
feel...
you just naming emotions at this point?
Oh, yes.
Right.
Are you... Is that not what I was asked? I thought you said...
Nope. You did quite well.
Okay. But I agree with my good friend, Kallias, that if we were to continue to tell you more of what we're doing, we wouldn't.
I'm have a very simple outlook. Treat others the way you want to be treated. That's how I was raised, whatnot. And it sounds like y'all got some real up in the sky big things you're taking care of, and I really personally I'm not so interested. It's not that I'm not interested. I'm curious, of course, but you justify treating individuals, souls, human beings as pawns in a game, when I can't help but disagree with that. When, like, if you say you're helping the world by the same time hindering many people, and this is me just wanting to understand. Maybe it's a paradox.
If you were on a cart hurtling down a road, out of control. You have merely a moment to turn it either away from a group of people or towards one man, or you could keep going straight forward and kill the group of people. Which would you do?
That's a good point. I heard that one before. My pa, he'd tell me that one, or something similar to that.
It is just like when there is a group of small or otherwise animals. Maybe you are keeping them as pets, maybe you are tracking them through the woods, or maybe you are hunting them or keeping them to use for food. And one day you look and maybe one of them is a little sickly and you leave it alone, and then the next day you look and more of them are sickly, and the next time you look, given your reluctance, a large group of them are sickly. And it is not the animals you have distaste for, it is the sickness within them. But you either let the sickness do what it does until nothing is left but the sickness, or you purge the sickness by removing that which it inhabits. And that is the path that we are currently on. Just suffice it to say that you as you are cannot and have not seen the sickness, and you should be blessed for that. For those of us who have seen it cannot unsee it, and cannot live the lives we lived before we saw what we have seen.
It is an interesting query that you bring up, that we are working on ourselves, of understanding the limits of what we should be doing and shouldn't be doing. But at the same time, we know exactly what we're doing. Yeah.
Okay. I was just curious. I wanted to know where y'all kind of fell on that thought, and it seems that you guys are definitely leaning in the greater good approach, which I respect. I understand that is something somebody's got to do. I just want to understand you a bit more. Lilith and Ryujin, do you feel the same way?
do. And just know that when you help us, you are also helping the greater good. So you have a hand in that too.
Yeah. I want to help y'all because it seems like not helping you is not going to keep my crew safe. And I helped you before, and I stood down when you guys were overthrowing the old captain because I didn't think he was going to keep the crew safe. So I guess, in my eyes, to answer that trolley question, or cart question, if that one person saves that group, I'd do it. But I think I would lose some sleep over it. I guess I'm just more of a macro observer.
That is understandable. But imagine that you are, like us, on a cart that is hurtling down a very long road with many, many twists and turns and many obstacles. We have a long way to go, so I guess I won't speak for the group. I tend not to worry too much about the first or 10th casualty when I know that there will likely be many more. It's not right, it's not good. The cart keeps moving, whether you steer it or not.
Heart keeps moving. Do you agree with that, Lilith?
I don't want to answer your questions.
You don't want to answer them? I mean, it's just a conversation.
No, I don't know you though, so I'm not going to have this conversation with you.
I respect it. I won't pry. I don't want you to feel like I'm judging y'all. My pa would talk about this a lot, and it sort of rubbed off on the wine's getting in my head. Rubbed off on me. So.
All right, at the end of the day, it does not matter.
I think I disagree with you there, Kallias, but I understand that you have more knowledge than I do in this. Well,
Do you have wine?
of course. That's the only bottle of real nice stuff that I have. That's that stuff's all the way up. That's that nice Kinance red. There's a small vineyard there that's real good, but I got some real good. I got some kind of cheaper stuff, kind of more run of the mill. I can break it out. Pulls up a nice cask and like takes your goblet, fills it up, and passes out, and then just kind of continues going back to small talk. And it's pleasant. Like, Keena is a pleasant person and pretty funny jokes. More so kind of dad jokes. And just like maybe a couple puns here and there, but it's not a bad bit of wine and chatting. Okay.
Well, Lilith leaves pretty soon after that. She's not into this conversation or Keena at all. She goes up on deck.
All right. So, let's go to the rest of the crew. Who wants to go next on what they do for this 2-week journey?
I will go. The first thing I do, and so that moment was in the middle.
It was just kind of in the middle of it.
Cool.
That was something that as Woody wanted to have Keena chat you about.
Cool. So before that, I'm gonna go to Kallias and have her cover.
Hello, mate.
Mate. No, I'm not doing that. We can. No. Kallias. Kallias?
Yes?
Oh. I didn't know if you were there or not.
Where else would I be?
I don't know, you didn't answer.
Well, yes, you just said my name. I wasn't sure if it was a greeting or just a statement.
Oh. I don't know either. Oh God. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you. I hope it is okay that I guess I'm asking you to tell me a little more about what happens when something comes out of your body in the way that it does. Okay, come on.
Are you referring to us? Or are you referring to the magic?
Oh. Well, whatever you feel comfortable about talking with us. But I was referring to the magic.
The magic I fear I have very few answers for you. There isn't anyone around us, is there?
No,
Listening in?
I don't think so.
I do not really know. I have told you this before, one way or another, but this was not always the way. The priests, they could channel things, and some of my people have studies and abilities like some of you. But I led a simple life until things changed, and then things stopped being simple. Without and within. And sometimes I have found these pathways I can follow within my mind and body to siphon and direct this feeling that never goes away. It is like a waterfall or a storm that never breaks, that just rolls within itself until I let it loose in a direction. And when I let it loose in a direction, sometimes it overflows out the edges, and it's like trying to catch a river that runs too fast onto soft earth. It seeps through. And I don't have any answers for you about why it seeps through, or what seeps through, or where it's seeping from. But know that I can direct the flow of the river when I want it to, just not the splashing, the seeping.
Well, it was very eloquently said. I enjoyed that. You should write it down. Oh, but next time, if possible, direct it at me.
I cannot do that.
Well,
this is what I'm trying to tell you.
And what I'm saying is, if you find a way and a possibility, and you have a choice, and there comes a time when you do, which might not happen, but I'm saying, if it does, direct it at me. Okay?
Just going to get a little closer to your Leonidas and reach up towards your shoulder. My friend, if you think I had a choice to direct it anywhere, just know that it would be towards myself before it would be towards anyone else. As for us, it is much of the same. Though I think we are going to where this all started. Much sooner than I had hoped to be there.
Well.
So, perhaps there will be answers for me, one way or another there.
If you need to, just if you're feeling overwhelmed, we are here for you. And just know that you are capable of telling those who you might have previously been with that you are a smart and capable person.
Thank you.
All right. Well, cool. And he walks out. And then when I'm not doing things, I want to just practice with my echo and just get it out and like sword fight with it. But then after I start doing that, but then after we have this meeting or whatever we just did, I then at a point will go to Lilith and I go, hello.
Hey.
Oh, what is in my face? Would you like to sword fight?
I've never heard more beautiful words come out of your mouth.
Oh. I didn't know that was the case. Do you like fighting with a sword?
I like becoming better at what I do, so
Ooh.
yes.
Okay.
I won't be fighting with a sword, though.
What do you want to fight with?
I pull out my bow and my violin. And I smile.
Oh. Well, I have a big...
Which bow do you pull out?
The sharp one.
Oh Jesus!
Nice.
Nice.
No, I'm gonna make everything dark and then just run away.
Mercilessly beat him over the head in the
Yeah.
darkness.
Oh, okay. Right.
Are you underestimating me there?
Am I underestimating you? What?
Underestimating me?
No. That's why I wanted to fight. From what our friend in the cabin said, it seems like that bow can fight a sword. And I was intrigued.
Let's
Nice.
go, follow me.
Okay.
We go up to the main part of the ship, and I move everyone out of the way. Move.
Oh, I didn't think this was
Yeah.
a performance.
Make
You
a
push-
ring.
I'm not good at
You
performances.
push him around, and Fergus
It's like the theater.
actually kind of says like,
Forget.
"Oh, y'all got like back up. This is gonna be fun. All right, back up, everybody." And pushes everybody kind of back and like says like, "Now, may I be the aficionado of this?"
I don't know who you are.
But you sound like a good time, so sure.
All right. So, do we want to duel upon first blood?
Oh, I don't want to hurt Lilith.
Well, you don't have to hurt her a lot. Just like if you draw a little bit of blood, Lilith can choose if she wants to surrender or keep fighting, and basically just keep going until one of you says like, "I have uncle."
I like that he assumes that I'm not going to be the one who.
Oh, I was
going to
say, what if she hits me?
Oh, I apologize. I do not want to be any sort of way with what I do, but or if you beat him over the head with your. Where's your sword?
Uh-oh.
All right, your violin. That's gonna be a weird fight. But if you hit him enough and he says, "Ow, you're hurting my head," and then calls uncle, then that's one way. You want to call for uncle first? You know, a good bit of pancreation. Just gotta lose.
My uncle left my tribe when I was a child.
Oh.
We got this. We got this. Just
All right.
cycle.
Okay. I can do that. All right. All right, everybody. We got a fight of the century between. Oh, leans over to you, Leonidas. What's your name?
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. That was it.
Between.
No!
That's your name.
No.
The magnificent lion fighter. And,
No.
and what's your name?
My name is
Lilith? And any like other monikers?
My name is Leonidas Goldspear II. That's my name.
Oh, okay. Leonidas Goldspear II, the magnificent lion fighter, and
La Luna.
La Luna,
Oh, let's see what you
the
did
sword of the moonlight.
Oh.
All right, whatever you want.
Upon my count of 3, we will begin this fight.
Lilith stands like she's
One.
going to play the violin.
A 2, a
Badass.
3, and 5. Roll initiative.
Oh.
While at the beginning of the fight, I play a really high pitched like on the violin. Oh shit! that was
Like
a
Mortal
bad
Kombat?
initiative. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who got higher out of the 2 of you?
I got an 18.
Oh, he got higher.
Okay, Leonidas, you have first blow.
I will just swing at Lilith.
Okay.
I don't even have
You know what?
any dodge.
Here's what I want. I'll make this duel a little bit different. We're gonna try. I'm making up rules for my hip tonight.
Yeah.
Roll of
Yeah.
I'm shooting from the hip tonight. Are you doing a strength attack, or are you trying to finesse, like kind of finesse your sword into? Do you want to roll strength or dexterity? Is my
Strength.
question. Okay. Roll me a strength-based check.
No.
Check. And you can either, like basically it's an attack roll, but it's gonna be with your strength.
So it don't add my attack roll bonus. I add my strength.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And Lilith,
Your attack bonus is your strength.
No,
with
I have,
your proficiency bonus, it's different.
it's with your proficiency bonus, and I have
So
a plus one to my sword
just take off proficiency.
Yeah.
and my plus one.
Yeah.
Why don't you,
What would you like me to roll first, and then we'll tell you what we get?
yeah.
Lilith, you see this strong attack coming at you. How do you want to dodge? Do you want to try to catch it with your violin?
She won't need to dodge. I crit failed.
I want to swing around with my violin and parry with my bow, so that I get most of my body out of the way, but I've got my sword up against his sword.
I think this is going to be dexterity then. So roll me dexterity. Basically, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna describe what you do using one of your 6 abilities.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's like, if you want to try to like trick them, it's gonna be charisma based.
Okay, so and I don't add any proficiency to it?
Yep, it's just your ability scores.
That's fun. Okay, that's a 17 for dexterity.
17.
And Dan crit failed for his
I
strength.
crit failed for my strength.
Okay, so Dan, you bring that great sword down. Lilith, you just like deftly dodge. I'm gonna give you, with that crit fail, an opportunity attack. Or how would you like to attack him?
Oh boy.
Ooh, okay. So I'm kind of like, if anybody's ever done any like stage combat, I'm kind of in
Come
a
on,
parry
we know.
here, in like a lane, and with my violin, I'd like to swing it up over my head and bonk him on the head with it.
Okay, I think that's
Nice.
gonna be, let's say that's dexterity as well, because it's kind of it's like almost like a dance move. You're like getting your weight in the right
I'm
area.
a water dancer.
Yeah.
Capoeira.
Just gonna do the twist and turn.
That's a 19.
19. Okay. And then Leonidas, I just want you to roll me a dexterity saving throw to try to dodge it.
Oh.
You do not get to choose this one.
I like the little. Oh.
A 14.
A 14. Lilith, roll me a d6.
Roll me a clap
Do I roll
cheek
this one?
check.
5.
A 5. You just wallop Leonidas on the back of the head, and the violin makes almost like a dong sound. Like there's almost
Yes.
rings like metal,
Yes,
but
God.
like muffled metal. And Leonidas, you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Do
You're gonna
you
need to retune it.
yield?
No.
Okay. Then now it is. That was Lilith's opportunity attack. Now it's Lilith's turn. How do you want to engage?
Oh, so then after I whack him on the head with this, I'd like to. Oh, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of this?
The questions that we ask.
I'd like to take my violin and put it under his sword, pull it up, and then go to slice him with the. Does that make sense? Like I'm guiding his sword up with the
very
violin,
cool.
and I'm
That's
slicing
very
with the
cool.
bow.
Okay. I want to say this feels like strength to me because it's a big old greatsword. You're kind of locking it in and then hoisting it up.
Yeah, it's very much
So
like that.
roll me a strength-based ability check. Leonidas, how do you resist this engagement?
Oh no! Lena's gonna die. How do I resist it?
Yeah.
You might still beat me.
Yeah. Well. Can I do? Could I like try? Could I just try and? What are you doing? What you're swiping away? Can I just try and move back? That would be dexterity,
Okay.
wouldn't it?
You want to try to dodge? It's gonna be dex-based.
Yeah. Okay. That's just not what I want to be doing, but okay. Okay. 15.
All right. What'd you get, Han?
21.
Holy fuck. So yeah, you kind of start to jump back, but just barely get nicked across your abs. And some like lion fur goes floating in the air, with a little bit dyed with blood. Do you yield?
No.
Okay, roll me a d6, Hannah, for damage.
1.
1. You take 1 point of slashing damage. That fits the narrative. Okay, Leonidas, it is your turn.
I
you can use
didn't want
any.
to.
You can
With the
use
violin,
any.
and I've
You can
sliced
use
it out.
any of your abilities to do something.
Well, okay.
You just have to just be creative with it.
I like this stuff.
Oh, can I do some? Okay. I want to summon an echo beside me, so that there's 2 of me at once, but and have it go back and forth, so it like shimmers, so she can't tell which one is me. Oh wait, damn, that's not gonna work. She like can't tell which one is going to attack, and I want to
Okay.
do it through intelligence.
Okay.
Would that work?
You know what? I think you're doing it. You're like really focusing on your echo, to like have it do this sort of effect. Can I argue a Constitution?
Sure.
Okay.
Constitution's great.
Yeah, you're great on
I'm
that.
great on that one.
Okay. And then are you going to attack, or are you just going to try to confuse her? Which one's you?
I'm gonna try and.
Or which one is going to attack?
Can I do both?
Her. I just want to know if like what this is going to decide what Lilith does.
Oh, I will do both. I will confuse her with which one is.
Okay.
Yes.
Then just roll me that the Constitution, and then Lilith is going to see how she resists.
Oh my God.
Oh, Dan,
You want to come in my room and grab some new dice, Dan?
Dan, this is not it.
No, I'm using. I have another one here.
Okay.
I got another one here. For those of you at home playing along, that's another crit fail. So.
Jesus!
Oh.
Wept on the f***ing cross.
Okay, so you try to hold it. What's the total with the crit fail?
A 5.
A 5. Okay, Lilith, how do you resist?
So explain to me what's happening.
Basically, you see the echo come out, and each one's kind of like it's like a feint. And you're like, which one is it gonna be? Which one is it gonna be? And then the one that's going to attack is going to, if it hits, it's going to decide by how you resist it.
So has Leonidas disengaged with me binding him with the violin?
I think with the whoosh, the thing, he's now backed away and like within 5 feet, but like is engaged with you, but like is now free of your grabbing of the whatever.
Should I roll an attack roll too? Or a
it would be
strength?
your Constitution was the attack roll.
Oh, what? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I see both of them, and are Leonidas and the Echo standing close to each other?
Relatively,
All
like
right.
yeah,
I'd like
within
to-
5 feet of each other.
I would like to run and rockstar slide on my knees.
Stop.
And with the two things in my hands, go shake. One at the kneecaps of the Echo, and the other at the kneecaps of Leonidas.
Okay.
Alright.
I don't know if I can, but that's what I want to do.
Okay. Roll me a dex. That's going to also be dexterity, I want to say.
Okay. Roll right into
Nice.
my dice thing.
Did you? Oh.
It rolled into my dice my dice box. That's a dexterity. That is 23.
23. Okay. The echo disappears.
The echo goes away.
Roll for damage on Leonidas.
6
Wow.
points of damage. 2
6
shots of
shots of
vodka.
vodka. Leonidas, you take 3. Was that from the violin or the sword? He is on your right, if that has anything to do with it.
He's taking it from the bow.
The bow? All right, roll me a d6.
But I did roll the d6.
Oh, okay. So Leonidas, you take that much damage.
Yeah.
Do you yield?
No.
Okay.
How are you doing?
Fine.
I don't want to kill him.
All right.
This is fun,
So that was you, and then Lilith, and now it is Lilith and you. Go, Lilith.
Okay, so I've just sliced his kneecaps, and I get up, and I'm just gonna kind of fuck with him. I think I'm gonna take my violin, I'm gonna toss it, or my bow. I'm gonna toss it in the air, end over end, catch it, and play a scale real fast. Okay, and
Your butthead.
then I'm just going to start walking slowly towards him.
Roll me. It's charisma.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Let's go.
Leonidas,
It's a
how do you?
crit fail.
Oh fuck. Leonidas, how do you
Jesus.
resist? How do you resist this engagement?
So I want. Can I do like I want to send the one echo behind her, and then I want to, while she's walking and then she's walking towards me, and then I teleport with the echo and flip with the echo.
Okay. All right. This is gonna be. I want to say echoes are Constitution based.
Constitution. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Okay.
You've got that. That's good. On
I
you.
do. Okay, that's better than a 1. 13.
A 13. Yeah. What'd you get, Lilith, on your?
Oh, what? I crit failed.
Okay, so I'm gonna allow you to also do some damage with this, Leonidas, as you quickly, as like you're like kind of waiting, and then the echo, whoosh, and you're now behind her. Substitution jutsu. Roll me damage as you bring your sword down on Lilith.
Do I roll 2d6? Can I like my normal damage?
What's the damage on your sword?
2d6.
Yeah. She has basically a 1d6 club and a 1d6 short sword.
Oh, got it. I thought she was just rolling for. Are those both?
They're both cocked.
Okay. That's 7. Do I add? Am I adding?
Strength. Just strength.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't
okay.
been adding anything
Yeah.
to mine.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, then don't add. We'll
Okay,
keep it
okay.
there. We'll keep it
So
there.
7.
Okay. 7. All right, Lilith, you take 7 points of damage as this sword kind of cuts across you, and it doesn't really draw a lot of blood, but it does do like more hits with like the flat of the blade and kind of hits your shoulder. Do you yield?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Now it is Lilith's attack. Basically, if you crit fail, you're going to get your take damage, even if it's not your attack. So now it's Lilith attacks Leonidas' defense.
Oh no, that was my attack.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, okay. Now it is Leonidas' attack, Lilith's defense. Leonidas, how do you engage?
I'm going to attack from the echo, and I'll just use strength and swing at her with the echo.
Okay, roll me a strength. And Lilith, with that, how do you dodge this? Again, after it came down your shoulder, he's kind of like using that momentum to bring it back down on you. What do you do?
I'd like to drop into the splits to dodge the sword and then somersault away.
That's going to be also dexterity.
Oh, come on!
23.
Whoa. All right, what'd you get, Dan?
I got a 20. I was so.
All right. Oh, that was really good. Okay, so close, Lilith. You just kind of drop down. It just barely passes your ear and past your shoulder. Hits again on the deck, but brings it right back up to an attack. Lilith, your engagement. Leonidas. First, do either of you yield?
I think we definitely do a circle, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is really fun.
I go, this is very fun. I enjoy this. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
We can keep going if you want. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'm game to keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's my turn. I just dropped into the splits and I've somersaulted away. I'm going to spring up and run like I'm about to do a full-on attack, like towards him. And then
Okay.
the last second, I'm going to juke him and then come back and try and get him in the back with the sword.
Who? The
My
echo or me?
thought is this is going to be you're tricking him.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel for going through D&D, it's charisma based.
Okay.
Or I would also hear an argument for intelligence.
Well,
Well,
I was
going
gonna
to
say.
smart.
I would say intelligence relates more towards like tactical things. So
Yeah, but like kind of like juking and like getting the right
that's
angle.
what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like that, I
Funnily
think
enough-
that it does seem more like an intelligence check.
Uh-huh.
My modifiers for both of them are the same.
Okay, so
Well,
it's Lilith's choice.
Oh, well, that wasn't great. Anytime I try to do that, it just doesn't work. That's a 7.
A 7?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. And Leonidas, how do you try to kind of notice this juke? How do you try to dodge out of this engagement?
Once again, if she's coming towards me, I'll just teleport the echo. Not the echo.
Okay, Constitution, if you can do it quick enough.
21.
Yeah. So Lilith, you come down. It costs the echo. But you see that it's just not Leonidas there. It's the echo that you cut through. Leonidas, do either. So again, end of the round, nothing happened. Do either of you yield?
No.
No.
Okay. All right.
I got
Leonidas.
so many of those.
Leonidas, your engagement. Lilith, your defense.
I will just. This is very cool, Woody. I will. What's around? Where is that? Like what's around me?
The mast, I would say, like kind of in one side of this circular arena that the crew has kind of made watching, and they're like having a good time, and that you guys seem to be jovial about it. If anybody's watched Spartacus, I imagine as like when like the first season when Varro and Spartacus duel, and it's really fun. No spoilers at the end of that fight, though. And so like everybody's having a good time. There's probably one of the masts in the arena, maybe one of the kind of hatches that can get pulled to the side to bring in large cargo into the ship. Other than that, it's just a wood deck.
I want to do something where magic. I want like to summon an echo at a place and then have it run.
Oh, Jesus.
have it run towards. It's okay. Have it run towards Lilith, but then at the last second switch so that it's me and I tackle her.
Okay. What are you thinking this is, Dan?
I mean, if it's anything with the echo, it's Constitution. I thought,
but you're at the end of the day, you're
Trying to trick me.
That's true.
Trying to
Trickery.
Can
it be intelligence, please? Because
Tactical.
If we're thinking that,
It's not charisma.
Yeah, I'm gonna allow you to do. I'm gonna let you do intelligence on this. Lilith has to be wisdom because you're noticing the switch.
So I just do a wisdom check?
Yep, that's what I'm gonna rule that as a DM.
It wouldn't be an intelligence check against his?
No, because it's not a.
It's either perception or insight.
Yeah.
to roll.
If we're looking at like the skills and where they lie,
Okay.
this is off the hip, so who knows? It'll change every round.
An 11.
An 11.
A 5.
A 5. So it's a little sloppy, but you see it, and you see the echo, and like after the first substitution, you're like, I'm not falling for this time. I'm keeping my eye on this one, and then, poof, he got you. You get tackled from the back, face down on the deck. You are now grappled in this. Now it is Lilith's attack, Leonidas, or Lilith's engagement or escapement.
Great. I'd like to wedge out my other bow and cast darkness.
Oh Jesus Christ. Okay. He's kind of got you tackled. Let's see if you can get to it. Roll me a
Dexterity?
yeah, dexterity, kind of get it out. Leonidas, how are you gonna try to keep her from doing this?
Can I just continue to grapple and use like strength to try and hold her arm or something? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, either that's cocked or I don't know.
That's not cocked. That's not cocked.
Okay. All right. That's 6.
6, Lilith.
14.
Nice.
Ooh, all right.
I
You were
thought
able to
you
get out
beat me.
and this whole like arena, because you guys are kind of center of it, goes boom in darkness, and all you guys hear. And so for those of you watching, you just hear I've seen an anime like this before too, where it's like they go into darkness, you just hear a bunch of punches in the darkness.
It's most of Dragon Ball Z, right? Like that's mostly what it is.
So okay, you guys are in absolute darkness. Neither of you, I believe, can see. Unless, can the casters see in their own darkness?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Can I
Oh,
start
I have dark vision.
Yeah, this is
It's magical darkness.
Oh, it's magical darkness.
Nobody can see.
Darkness.
I start tickling Leonidas.
For all my Jujutsu Kaisen watchers out there, you know exactly what fight this is. I don't know if any of you who are watching this show watch that or watch both of these things, but if any of you do, you know what fight this is because it is that.
Okay. You start tickling Leonidas.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be dexterity. Leonidas, roll me a Constitution save. Constitution.
I should stop touching this. 9.
Stop.
9.
A 9. Lilith, what'd you get?
Funnily enough, I got a 7.
Wow.
Also, I was gonna say Leonidas isn't ticklish.
Okay, all right. Leonidas isn't ticklish. Which is
Hard pass on that.
did not expect that. So you start tickling, and then like you for those of you now watching the fight, you kind of hear like a hee 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 hee, like not that like oh, and then just silence and like a oh. Leonidas, Lilith has been trying to tickle you. What do you do?
Are you tickling me? I haven't been tickled in a long time.
All right, don't say those things to me, please, Leonidas.
Well, I haven't been. Why is that? Oh, god damn it.
I really didn't like that. I didn't approve.
Not in that way, you. All of your minds.
You just see magical darkness laughing, and then Leonidas goes, I haven't been tickled that way
Tickled
in a long time.
Oh, I did say that way. Okay. Damn it.
Think of the child.
You guys hear the crew go, huh? Fergus goes, what the hell's going on in there?
I don't.
You do. Do you yield?
Yes.
I yield to.
Okay. You both yield. Walking out of the thing, little beat up, little bloodied, but also like in good spirits. Do you dismiss the darkness?
Can I?
You can. With the bow, you can dismiss it.
Oh, so no, we could
Yeah,
stay
we stay in the
middle,
darkness.
and
Yeah.
we strike a cool pose, and then I dismiss the darkness.
Okay, I want you both to roll me charisma.
Yeah.
Charisma, and we're gonna see how cool this fucking pose is.
Well, fucking dank.
Just a charisma save. Do you want us to add our modifiers to it now?
Yeah, this is gonna be a modifier. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so still. That's a 3.
Good.
3. All right.
-2.
All right. So you guys see Lilith is like in this like very badass victory pose, like end of.
I got
like,
a 20. I got a 22.
Yeah, very badass. Kind of like Overwatch style play of the game victory pose.
Oh, dude.
Nice.
Is this like a circle around us, or is it like a proscenium?
No, it's a circle all around.
I was gonna say because I would be facing the wrong way.
You know what? No, I like that. That's what happened.
Everybody's on one side.
But then, like,
yeah.
Leonidas, you're facing out towards the sea, and like as it is dismissed, and kind of like very awkwardly like turn around and just stand there, with like a fat lip from getting hit across the face, and it's just kind of silent for a second, and then Fergus goes, and everybody just starts to clap, and it's like, yeah, that was fun, yeah. And that is the end of the battle.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That was
That was
fun.
really
That's
cool.
awesome.
I think it's more interesting to do stuff like that than like, and I roll an attack
Yeah.
for like a duel.
Yeah. I say, it was very well done.
Very well done on your part.
Yes. You should, if you could use the darkness more, I could go in and out of it.
And fight people?
Yes.
Okay.
I like darkness. Don't tickle me. Goodbye.
Jesus.
Goodbye.
Lilith, are you keeping track of the charges on that bow?
Yeah, but the one recharges every time I do a long rest.
We did a short rest.
Oh, it's been a week, but I just want to make
it's
sure
been
you're
a week.
keeping
Oh.
track of like
Yeah, I am.
charges.
Unless a
Okay.
chunk of time goes by and then I
just fully recharge it.
yeah.
Cool. All right. Okay. I believe. Is there anything else either of you two want to do?
The two of us.
Yes.
I did want to have a conversation with Kallias and Leonidas.
Oh.
At some
Okay.
point when it's late at night, we can go out
Right.
on the ship where the stars are out, and I just want to talk to them.
You want to do that now?
Yes.
Okay.
Is
Let's
this
say it's
before or
after
after a fight?
lobster. It's after lobster one night.
Okay,
So we're a little sore.
cool.
A lot of the crew is asleep with nice full bellies. The watch is out. The ship is gently rocking. You guys meet on the deck.
It's not that I won't talk to Ryujin or Ember about this, but I feel like we were all there when they went and killed Felix. I thought when I left Revan that I could be the type of person who does what needs to be done. And then the more we go along this path, even though it's, quote, for the greater good, unquote, I'm worried that we might lose our, what do they call it, humanity. And then is it? You know, like, if you're saving the world, but you lose the sense of right and wrong and humanity and compassion, have you won? I'm not sure how I feel. I don't know where my line of morality goes, but I don't know. We're very quick to kill and fight, and then brush it off as we're doing it for the greater good. But are we? Like, does doing that really save the greater good, or is it slowly taking away our humanity bit by bit?
Do you remember the first time you told me about you and all of you, first time you told me about how the word is money? Yes, money works. You give one thing to get another thing, and this is the thing that is given where you are from. I am not saying, we are not saying that this is right, but the way we were taught is that life, the mortal life, is that, or another version of that, of currency, not to be made worth by the actions of that individual or of that life or this life, but it is a resource to be traded like bark or hide or gemstones. That is what we were raised to believe. And so we do not know where our line is anymore. We would like to define this. We have mentioned this before and again and again, and Felix is another time. Because we have been confused about this since the wharf. Back and forth, pulled, but it is easy for us to, personally, for us to move past this. Because it was made to be easy from so early on. And I don't know, but part of me has to believe this because of how many obstacles have been put in our way thus far, and we have barely begun to understand what we're even doing here. And if there are only to be more obstacles between now and when we travel to a different iteration, I don't know how we process without separating the obstacle from the task.
I live under, when I grew up in the place that I grew up, I lived under one idea, is that the tribe that I am with is the people that I care about. And I was taken away from my tribe or ousted rather, and these past few weeks have made me feel like this is more of a tribe that I can get around. And but the other part of my tribe is my wife and my child, and nothing else matters. And so if I need to do something to get them, and it means that people have to get in the way of it, that don't need to be there, then they don't need to be there anymore. And that might seem harsh, and I just... And this might seem harsh, but I just don't care. And I'd rather be able to be with my family again, because the rest of the world doesn't want to be with me. And the only people that cared about me were my wife and child, and that is all.
Lilith, what is it that is... What is affecting the way this is sitting with you?
We're trying to save this world, right?
I think... Is it this one we are saving?
I have family and things that I care about too. And unfortunately...
A car drives by at
Lilith
the ocean.
just a jet ski zooms by you.
Dom Toretto show.
On a fucking car jet ski.
I don't have the luxury of just caring about my family. If we save this world, I'm trying to become worthy of something that requires compassion for more than just my circle. And I don't know. I don't know what my moral compass is yet, because I've never left Revan before. I've never had to have it tested, and I'm trying to figure it out and figure out I think is my path forward, but I really don't. If we save the world but lose our humanity,
What does
if we
that mean?
survive but we lose our sense of what is right and wrong and what is I don't know, maybe I'm having an epiphany of some sort right now. That
Do you want to
it can't just be us.
Sorry.
It can't just be. You can't just care about your family and not care about anyone else, because that's not how the world works. Because everyone's connected in some way, right?
I don't know.
That's just what it feels like to me, and so I'm struggling to just not care. If somebody comes for us, if somebody attacks us, I understand that it's kill or be killed. Like, that makes sense. You're defending yourself. Or if they are a truly horrible person, but it's trying to figure out what that means. What does a horrible person mean? Where's everyone's line?
So is it Felix?
I don't know, but
I don't think Felix was a good person. personally. I don't think the way we went about it was the correct way, but I don't think he was a good person. And so the end of that was something... Oh, I don't know.
I hope.
Was something that I think would have happened regardless.
I think writing it off as it's part of getting to the greater good was the thing that really bothered me, because I don't think it did. I don't think that helped us get anywhere closer to our goal.
I don't think Felix was. I agree. I agree with that. I also think that I don't know what else we were supposed to say to Kira.
I agree with that, Kallias.
The truth, but we can't tell her the truth because
Right.
she won't believe it, or if she does, then that's one more person who knows.
Indeed, I refuse to let that go, because if there is a kindness we feel comfortable doing to anyone, it is allowing them safety from the knowledge that we are carrying. That is a kindness I am committed to keeping.
And I agree that I think it is most important, and we have been given the task of the knowledge that we have. And for us to give it to someone that we have only known for a short amount of time, I don't think is wise. And I will follow all of you. And I trust the compasses that you have. My compass is quite direct, and I'm fine with that, and it won't change. However, whatever we want to do, I will be okay with, as long as it gets us to being able to save the world and get to the other plane. Whatever else comes in between, I don't care.
I hate to burden you with this, Lilith, but I think your ideas, as you voice them now to us and to Leonidas, they are the most clarified that we have heard yet.
Yes.
And knowing ourselves and how you all have reacted to our actions, we are not sure that ours is the compass to follow. We are still trying to piece together what is true within what we were taught and what clashes with the realities that you all have exposed to us. And so we say again, it is unfortunate for you to be burdened with the weight of clarity, but it seems as though your words have put us on a path to seeing clearer a way to reach our goal without scorching the earth on the road to get it. Because if we do leave this world more barren than we left it, then in a way we are doing this Delicass's job for them. And that is not something that we personally are comfortable with. Not yet, at least. And I think even in the twisted, dagger-like pathways of their own thoughts, my family and people would even agree with that much. No more Felixes.
I can agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a group conversation with everyone the next time we find someone like Felix. Unless they're like Mega Felix, then we kill them.
Well, like, we would classify Logan as a Mega Felix.
I think so.
We
I like
do not-
calling them Mega Felixes.
We do not feel bad about jumping them relentlessly in a tunnel. We think that was...
No, that...
He killed for sport
He
and
did.
because he liked it. And he toyed with his victims, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, no, he was... The world is a better place without him.
And while Felix did strike back against us, the waters are muddier. Much muddier. Though you will let us know again, like before in the wharf, if we are taking steps towards a path that we believe is mercy that is not perceived that way.
Aye.
Do let us know. Those waters are getting cloudy for us. Cloudier still. So, as we approach our home, if I may ask the pair of you and the group at large to keep an eye on us. I am not sure, we are not sure how much we can trust internally at the moment.
I think you're stronger than you believe yourself to be, Kallias.
I would perhaps agree with that, and we are not sure if that is a good thing. We are still deciding. But if we look out for ourselves and you provide us with a little bit of extra vigilance, then we would be quite comfortable moving forward. But that is beside the point.
Well, thank you for listening to me and talking to me about my existential crisis, I guess.
Yes, that is what we do.
I appreciate both of you.
I tickle Kallias.
Are you ticklish, Kallias?
Kallias?
I think Kallias probably screams first, but
Ooh.
it's like a
The immediate regret tickle.
punctually. Ah!
I toss something that doesn't matter overboard, and I go, man, overboard.
Just you pick up a coil of rope and just pull them, yeet it off. Okay. After that sweet, wonderful prank, Kallias, you're the last one who has something to do. What is it?
Couple of things. I think they would firstly be. I think Kallias is going to go spend some time with the helmsman mapping out little pieces of the northern and northeastern shoreline of Fidicelas that are otherwise unmapped.
Okay.
Like little nooks and crannies, places to maybe anchor, and little warnings here and there, like, well, if you see anything large breaching the water from the land, don't be afraid, that's just the fauna that lives here, or just little things like that, trying to prepare the helmsman and maybe even Keena and some of the crew as to what to expect in these places. But the other bigger thing, probably in the middle of the day, definitely while the sun is out, I'd like to take Ryujin and Lilith just briefly for a moment near the bow of the boat.
You bring him to the bow of the ship, heading for a new land.
In New York.
Oh! We hope this is not taken in the wrong way, but the pair of you have mentioned things about what Revan is good at and what communicating with individuals who are no longer here. We were wondering if you have what that means, and if that is just with people who are dead, and not gone.
Are you talking about your friend?
No. We recently we have had a brief interaction with someone who we thought was gone. gone, and they are not, I think. And we were just wondering if either of you knew any ways to contact that sort of person, or what it was like, even if it was with people who are dead, what that process is like.
Ryujin, correct me if I'm wrong, because you've seen it more than I have, just read about it in books. Most of the necromancers in Revan have to have the body or like remains of it, so in order to get the memories, like it has to have, I think it has to have like a mouth. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. But
okay,
this person is not dead, they're just gone.
Maybe both. Maybe neither. We think we can get a mouthpiece for them, though. We think we maybe have one.
Well, then, if you have something that they can speak through that is of theirs, then maybe yes. I'm not a mage, so I don't know. I know that there's some powerful mages though that can speak to, like, people who are not here but elsewhere. That makes not a lot of sense to me, but they're like, time and space, you know, gets a little weird with magic users. I know that there are spells for that kind of communication, but I don't know anybody who does it.
And not to bother either of you, but in either of your interactions with things that were dead that are now not, or contacted or raised or whatever, if they were to inflict a wound on someone, would it look anything sort of like this? And I'm just going to unbandage the arm with the bruise on it.
You got a wound from a ghost that's not here.
Never seen something like that.
Yes, something like that.
What happened, Kallias?
Something that is not here. And I thought maybe even not real. Wounded me?
When? When did they hurt you?
It was while we were still by the temple.
What did you see?
We saw someone who was familiar to us, but thought gone.
Who?
You wouldn't know them.
Who are they to you?
We don't really know anymore.
Do you think where we're headed might have some answers?
We hope so, and we hope not. We were hoping that perhaps if either of you did, we wouldn't have to wonder about where we were going too much more than our simple objective.
Well, you have us. We can help you find the answers.
It's okay to worry sometimes.
I do.
And to be
We do.
scared. I'm scared most of the time, Kallias, if that helps you.
It kind of does. You do not seem it.
Yeah. I'm scared all the time. But I don't let it rule me most of the time.
I am scared too, quite often, but if we are all scared together, then perhaps it is less scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're scared about going back to your island?
Very much. Very much. But I am not going alone like I left. I have you and I have we, and that is better than before. But those bridges we can cross when we come to them. Thank you for listening and just wondering with me. It was enough to get thoughts going.
Get a mouthpiece and we'll find somebody who can maybe have you speak to that person you're looking for.
Yes. Maybe.
Only if you want to.
We will see. We will see. Back to the maps for now, though.
Okay. As the second week comes to an end, you, Kallias, feel like you're getting close. There's a familiar breeze to the air and smell. And then early morning on the 13th day, you hear, "Oi! Land ho!" And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Sure.
Wow.
Sure.
You know, Fergus is the lookout.
Nice. Thanks, Fergus.
Yep.
Fergus teach
I
me
love
how
that
to
dude.
slide up and down the ropes like Rat from Sinbad.
Yeah,
That's also
Fergus
what I wanted
is
to know.
definitely, yeah, that's Fergus.
Okay, good.
Hey guys, great. This was a fun session.
This is good.
Yeah, that's cool.
This was really
It's
cool. It was I kind of wanted. I had a feeling I kind of wanted to pose some questions to y'all, and we all played with them, which was really fun. I really liked that.
Why?
Hey everybody, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Hey, as always, love having you here, hanging out, watching the stream. I can't think of anything else.
The information for the giveaway will be posted tonight.
So check out the socials on the giveaway. You'll have all the rules on how to enter, how to win, how to have multiple entries, all of that. It's going to be very similar to our last Instagram giveaway, if any of you remember when we did that. For those of you listening, we're going to have a whole week, or watching on YouTube, we're going to have a whole week. We're going to be able to do this. So don't you worry. Other than that, thank you guys for hanging out with us. It is so wonderful to always have you.
Yeah.
We love you all so much. Happy Pride. And tell a friend, spread some love, and we love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.
We are going to raid our friends over at Hops and Dragons.
Oh, our good friends Hops and
Yeah.
Dragons. Hell yeah.
So show them some love. They've shown us lots of love. And beer and Dungeons and Dragons. Who doesn't love that?
Always a good thing. Yep.
Always great.
All right. Love you guys.
That's what I have to say.
Bye. Yes, bye.